Hey and hello there everyone, welcome back to the Strike Stream Saturday edition. How are we all doing? Can you see the game? Can you hear my voice? Let me know, and we'll get into things in a sec. But let's say hi to some people very quickly. So hi Kieran, hi Kevin, hi Gage. Oh, did Gage say about getting a shiny Pidgey? Yes, congratulations Gage, that's awesome. So yeah, Kevin, Gage, Kieran, Xander, hi. Lara Thierry, hi, Happy New Year. And if I've missed anyone, oh, Kiba, and Shibatooth. Hello. Yeah, let me, if I missed anyone, please say hi again, or be like, you missed me, and I'll say hi. Because I was thinking maybe if you say hi again, I might not realize I haven't said hi to you. But hopefully I noticed everyone. Hopefully I said hi to everyone. But how are we all doing? It's the end of like the first full week of the year. That for a lot of people is like, say, it means going back to school, going back to work. And if you did, I hope it's all been okay. But yes. So that's hi to everyone. That's everything else. Let's get into things, shall we? Thank you for joining me. Yeah, I've changed my Saturday time. So thank you for joining me for this slightly later, well, earlier than it used to be, but later than what I changed it to. So, on Lara, hi, welcome. So thank you for joining me, and thank you for, joining me at a different time. It feels like we've already had a year's worth of world events. I mean, a little bit. This year has been a lot already. But okay, so here we go, guys, gals, non-binary pals. So here's what I'm gonna suggest. Number one, if you haven't clicked like on the video, please click like on the video right now. I don't know if we're in some kind of crab cake popsicle situation, let me know, but let's not get into one. If you're watching the video right here, right now, please click the thumbs up button, please click the like button, please just do that very quickly. It does just help out so much. So please do that. And then, thing number two, if you are interested in playing along, then here's what I need you to do. Could you please make sure you are watching the video live? I think everyone here is familiar with this, so just hover on the video, check you've got the red circle in the bottom left-hand corner. If you have the grey circle, click the word live to turn it into a red circle. I won't do that whole intro. I'm going to, shorten that part, because you guys know what this is. Unless I see people who are new or something, we can kind of deal with, make sure you're watching live, as and when it becomes necessary. But do just make sure you're watching live. Check that. So check you've liked the video, check you're watching live. And then finally, let's just bring up the tickets. Hang on. If my keyboard was going to work. Tickets. So we're going to be hunting for Kyurem, Moltres, and Blacephalon. Those are the three Pokemon I'm hunting for. We will be doing a couple of wild cards as well, so don't worry. But those are the three Pokemon I have tickets for. And when I say ready, set, bow, please hold your horses and may all horses be held until I say that phrase. But I need you to let me know, whether you can do any of those Pokemon, which ones you can do. So please put strike in big capital letters. I can do, and then let me know who you can do out of those three Pokemon: Kyurem, Moltres, and Blacephalon. Okay, ready, set, bow. Let me know, and we'll get the spreadsheet filled in, and then we'll see how it goes. So I am approaching 1 day into being on my antibiotics. It's really annoying because I was having a good day yesterday with the stomach stuff. And then this morning I kind of did. I had some food and then I sat down. I had a teeny bit of breakfast this morning. Not loads, but a teeny bit. And I was doing kind of okay. And then I got up very suddenly and then my stomach feels a bit not good today. So I'm hoping it settles down during the stream. But if I've set myself off again, I'm just going to be really annoyed. But again, last time the antibiotics took 2-3 or so days to kick in, and I've got 8 days worth of them, so I need to give them the full 8 days, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, so let's see. Oh, my phone turned off. well, not turned off, but the screen went dark. So let's see what we've got here. So Cuba. Okay, I might put Kevin on team. Oh, a mysterious mod has been filling in the spreadsheet. Unless, or I just left it from yesterday, but no, I think, thank you, mysterious mod, who's filling in the spreadsheet. Okay, I'm gonna put Kevin in team 1, just to make sure that you get a turn, Kevin. But then we'll figure out everyone else, okay? Onlara can do Moltres or Blacephalon. Prefers the clown. Everyone prefers the clown. Which country do you like least, Homer? Italy or France? France. No one ever says Italy. Anyway. Okay. So that was a terrible impression, by the way. I will try and get some yogurt. That is an interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Well, the yogurt doesn't always agree with me. Artaic, hello, welcome, lovely to see you. Hang on, I need to. Hold on a sec. Hang on, Shibertooth is a Moltres man. Leave me alone, I'm a Moltres man. Okay. Hang on, I'm just gonna put. Right, hang on. I can do this. Right, hang on. And then hang on. Xander I'm gonna put in team 1 as well. And then I just need to check what everyone said. And then Kiba was a Kyurem as well. Okay, so hang on. Kiba. Right, hang on. I'm gonna put Kiba there. I'm gonna put Gage there. And then who's the other one that we have? It was Kieran, wasn't it? Okay, so I think that was everyone. I think it was. Okay, so here's what I've got. Sorry about that. Screen even went dark. So, okay, here's what I've got. Let me know. Team 1, Kieran, Kevin, Xander, and Kiba. Okay, and then team 2, Moltres, Shibertooth, Gage, and Kieran. And then team 3, Blacephalon, Onlara. Does that sound good? Does that make sense? Is that all brilliant? If you want to be added to the Blacephalon, speak now or forever hold your peace. And also, with regard to the yogurt, do you mean just any kind of yogurt or like special probiotic yogurts? But yeah, I have had probiotics before, sort of like probiotic foods, and I think they are good. But that's why I'm annoying that this has come back, because I thought I was done with it. But yeah. But okay. You've been busy with uni lately. No, that's fair and fine enough. Okay. If that all sounds good, then we'll move on from that. So. Team 1, Kevin, Xander, Kiba, please get ready. And then we'll connect to the internet on the Wycom. And we are now connected to the internet on the Wycom. And then we're going to do the Dynamax Adventure. If you're asked about any preference, just say anything goes. But I'm going to say Kyurem Jones, because it's a dragon. And then when we're on the pink screen, we're going to go 0111. And then we'll go 1040. How about that? So 0111 0111 1040. That's the code. There we go. That's the thing. If it's like a proper, that's thing like sort of cultured yogurts or whatever. But yeah, I'll figure it out. It's fine. And it's fine. I'll figure it out. I always do. And Shirido is singing. Excellent. Kyurem is weak to rock, steel, fighting, dragon, and fury. So there we go. But yeah, luckily I'm staying safe from fires. The fires thing, I think I'm at the safest point now, kind of thing, with regards to everything. Oh gosh, hang on. I don't really want Dragonair because it's weak to ice moves is the only problem. But I think I'm going to have to pick it out of desperation. It's both weak to Kyurem and strong against it. Kyurem has ice, ghost, and dragon moves, so just keep that in... Sorry, ice, ghost, and normal moves is what I'm saying. Doesn't have any dragon. But Jigglypuff still does have that one immunity. Oh, Oranguru can use Instruct. Oh, but Poliwrath is a fighting type, so Poliwrath is definitely the better thing here. It's a shame. Oranguru would have been a nice support Pokemon, but let's see what we got. Thank you. Yeah, I hope I feel better soon too. Again, I had this, like, you know, this got resolved doing the same thing I'm doing now back in, like, May, so I'm hoping the exact same thing happens again. Right, Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is a fairy, and I believe it does have Dazzling Gleam. So do we want to make sure we get the Wigglytuff and then... Oh, we could get the Aurorus. Aurorus does have a rock move. And isn't this Cherrim on the left? We could have Cherrim, guys. We could have Cherrim. Actually... Oh, hang on. Oh, this is an interesting... okay. I think we should switch for this Cherrim, at least up until the Kyurem. And I'll tell you for why. Because if we have Poliwrath and Dragonair... Dragonair has, like, a couple of physical moves. And base... Oh, actually, hang on. Oh, okay. I am going to set up the ice... Hang on. Frostmoth. Hang on. Is Frostmoth faster than me? Because I might be able to give Frostmoth an ice move. Okay, Frostmoth is faster than me. I'm going to set up the I'm going to set up Blizzard, but from turn 2, Frostmoth will be able to use Weather Ball, okay? But anyway, Bark. But yeah, if we go for Wigglytuff, if we do a switch every round, like Cherrim, Wigglytuff, and Aurorus, and we'll get rid of the Cherrim before the end. But, like, basically, having Cherrim could be a really good support Pokemon because it powers up both Poliwrath and Dragonair. So that's, like, just my theory, my game theory. Like, maybe we could get rid of the, either Jigglypuff or Frostmoth. But yeah. I don't know which one. Jigglypuff has the better supporting ability. Actually, Aurorus is... We would need to get rid of Frostmoth before Aurorus. So, maybe let's get rid of... let's get rid of Frostmoth after this. And then we'll take it from there. Ooh, fake tears. Okay, that's interesting. How are the weather Oh, James Allen. Hello, welcome. Lovely to see you. How are the weather conditions where you are, Bo? So, yeah, sorry, I lightly touched upon that a minute ago. So, with the fires, it hasn't been... It was only, like, windy on, like, the one day. And then... yeah, it was only, like, windy on the one day on Tuesday. It hasn't even been remotely windy at all since. I keep hearing things where they say the winds are going to pick up again. So we'll have to see how that goes. But right here, right now, it's not windy. It hasn't been windy for days, and that's really good. But then, yes! Oh my gosh, they did so much damage. Between the fake tears and stab weather ball. Good golly gosh. Shiny Kabuto for Onlara! Nice! Wait, were you just doing, like, fossil revivals or something? Like, how did you get, like, did you just, like, reset on fossil revivals or something? That's incredible. So, anyway, Bark. Dang, that's impressive. So, yeah, I think... Or we could get rid of Jigglypuff, just because if Jigglypuff Dynamax is next, that's not as good. But I don't know. Either, it doesn't matter too much. As long as Jigglypuff or the Frostmoth switched, then it's fine. I didn't think of how, like, Jigglypuff will be Dynamaxing next time, and so maybe, like, Cherrim's the better Dynamaxer. But then again, I can't remember what... I can't even remember what we've got next, so maybe Cherrim would be terrible to Dynamax against it. Oh, Wigglytuff. Yeah, Jigglypuff's fine here. But if we do the Wigglytuff here, and then we do the Aurorus, I think that'll be pretty good. And then we'll be pretty well sorted for for the Kyurem at the end. Apparently the key to these hunts is doing them during Bo's stream. I tell you guys, you play along with Bo VO games, you get more shinies. Please don't sue me, PM7. But like, yeah, like, you know, it's not just me who gets shinies. Like, I get a lot of shinies because mathematically I have to. I've been doing this for 5 months, guys. But Kevin's had like almost like 10 shinies or something wild like that. So, okay, I cannot attack this thing. Hang on, am I faster than Cherim? I need to check who's faster out of myself or Cherim. Okay. So I'm not going to be of much use at all here. If Cherim sets up the sun, I'm not going to be of much use at all here. But that's okay. Cherim's going to set up the sunny day. That's going to power everyone up. Poliwrath is going to be like our Poliwrath and Cherim are going to be like our main 2 attackers here. So we'll see how this goes. Right, Body Slam. Nice. We didn't get the paralysis, which sucked, but we can probably just go for like Drain Punch next turn, I would say, because it'll do a bit more damage, and I don't think we need to worry about the PP. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, we'll have to add that to abilities that we need to be careful about activating. Skywatcher, you got Sonic X Shadows, yes! And you're having fun so far. Excellent, excellent. Cherim used Sunny Day to cure seasonal depression. But yeah, Wigglytuff has competitive. One of the best abilities in the game. But yeah. So, we'll I forgot about that. I never really thought of that. I kind of, like, knew it, but I kind of forgot about it. I think if you'd have asked me, oh, what's Wigglytuff's ability? I was like, I don't think it's Cute Charm. It's like the other one, isn't it? Like, competitive. But I wouldn't have thought about that with regards to, like... Oh, wait! Oh, no, Jigglypuff didn't Dynamax! Oh. Okay, I was kind of expecting Jigglypuff to Dynamax just for the Dynamax turns things, because it would have been nice to have had Poliwrath Dynamaxing against the Kyurem. But that's okay. Well, it's less okay, but it's okay. Right, Blizzard, more like a wizard. Sweet Kiss, oh no. Right, Jigglypuff is using Light Screen, more like a Fate Screen. And then, oh. Okay, so the grassy terrain is helping us out. It's also helping Jigglypuff out. Wigglytuff out. Sorry, we've got a Jigglypuff and a Wigglytuff. I'm going to make that mistake. Right, Blizzard. More like a wizard. I already made that joke. More like a lizard. How about that one then? Okay, here's Max Overgrowth and Kadoosh. And boom goes the Dynamite. Yes, there we go. So. We did it, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. So there we go. There we go. Oh, you didn't know the physical edition of the game would have some stuff in it. Oh, Skywatcher, did you get one of those, like, day 1 editions where it has, like, the diary and stuff like that? So I think if we do a Jigglypuff switch here... Yeah, if we do, like, a Jigglypuff switch here, then that'll be good. There we go. Nice. I know I'm gonna be at risk to... Like, maybe I should have switched for that or something, and then we could have had 2 fairies and... Actually, maybe I should have switched there, but oh well. But if we do the Aurorus here, and then if Cherim switches here for Aurorus... Xander, oh hey, my Jigglypuff evolved. Actually, yeah, we should have had Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff. Like, I should have switched there, and then Kevin could have... But again, I'm kind of rusty from the Christmas break, still. But yeah, we probably should have had, like, the 2 fairies on one side, and Jigglypuff's ability could have helped us out defensively and stuff, but oh well. But the thing is, it would have meant that I would have been Dynamaxing, so, I don't know. Whereas, it's like, well, if I'm gonna Dynamax, I'd rather Dragonair Dynamax. But okay, Poliwrath can use a Max Knuckle here. this will do a lot of damage. Damage. And then we should be okay here, hopefully. But yeah. But yeah, just set up that weather, get the max knuckle off. I think this would... We should two-turn this pretty easily, I think. Because if we set up the sun and then do, like, a max knuckle, that'll do, like, a huge amount of damage. And then on turn 2, we'll, like, definitely finish it off. So, yeah. But yeah, so if Kevin switches the Cherrim for Aurorus, we should be good here. Okay, there's the sunny day. And then... An Aurorus at this time of day in this part of Canada, located entirely within my Pokeball. Yes. But yes, no, exactly. Excellent, Kevin, excellent. Okay, here's the max knuckle. So there we go. So that's half, right? And then we're going to get, like, the HP up here. And then there's the breaking swipe. So that's going to put it into the second half. There's its attack down. I think it only has special attacks, though. But yeah. So basically, okay, there's Ancient Power. Don't you Omni Boost. Don't you do it. Okay, but yeah. So, like, Solar Beam and Max Knuckle is going to get the win here. So we're good here. And... boom goes the Dynamite. Ah, that didn't get the KO, dang. I think Aurorus does have quite good special defense, though, so... Kieran, you're never doing Reshiram with NPCs ever again. I don't blame you. Reshiram was kind of a tough one. Again, it's why it was why it was on one of my, like, tougher ones, so... you're so glad you're doing Masuda. Oh, you're doing Masuda for Sword. Yeah... No, that's the thing. Yeah, it's good they're in the DLC. Someday I might. Here's the thing I might do. Here's my plan on Lara, because I talked to you a bit about shiny hunting the other day, and I sort of said, like, oh, a lot of things are going to be available in the next 5 years or whatever. I will probably wait for, like, Gen 10 to come out. I will see what's available in it, and then if there are, like, Pokemon that I still can't get after Gen 10, sorry, Gen 10 always makes me think of Ben 10. Gen 10, but if there's still things I can't get after Gen 10, then I will start, like, Masudering some things, and I might do those as, like, live streams, you know? I might just, like, turn on my game in the morning and be like, hey guys, I'm going to be spending the day, like, you know, I hatch, you know, I'm hatching Nincada eggs until they're shiny, or something like that, you know? So, oh, you're going to use coaching. Hang on, because we don't have a whole lot of physical attackers. No, I wouldn't bother, Kiba. I wouldn't bother, because although I am going to be using a physical attack here, I don't think it's really worth, boosting my max Wormwind. I think just Drain Punching is, like, going to be the better thing. Because we're not going to benefit from the defense boost, and Aurorus and Wigglytuff aren't going to benefit from the attack boost. The only thing you would be doing with that, basically, you would be boosting 6 stats, and the only one that is moderately useful is, like, my attack stat, but I don't think we should be focusing on, like, a Dragonair's attack stat. Oh, as a child, did you watch Stephen Mulhern present children's children's stuff on ITV? I did watch some, although I'm more familiar with Stephen Mulhern for, like, other things, not, like, his TV work. But I do remember him, and I think I did watch him on some, like, ITV and CITV stuff. So that's the thing. My hope is that Legends ZA is kind of like the end of the year Pokemon game, and that we don't get Gen 10 until, like, next November 2026. That's my hope, but we'll have to see. Okay. So there's Max Wormwind. And then, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, everyone. I think it's good. The other reason as well why I was skeptic is because I'm the one Pokemon who's weak to Kyurem, and given how much damage I took, I'm kind of glad. No, we can use Drain Punch. We might get paralysis, but we definitely want to use Drain Punch, because that's, like, strong, super effective. Unless we've, like, run out of PP or anything like that. But I don't think we should have run out of PP of it yet, though, right? We haven't used, like, 10 of them, have we? like with pressure or whatever. Hang on, I'm just gonna check what else is going on. Oh, chat. Okay. Masuda streaming, aka podcast with rare moments of excitement. Exactly, you get it. Yeah, that's thing. Coach. Oh my gosh. And boom goes the Dragonair. But the Wigglytuff gets the competitive boost. I was hoping for that. I was hoping for competitive boosts. From like Glaciate. Yes. Yeah, I'm hoping ZA is kind of... I'm hoping that Pokemon kind of learn, like, you don't need to, like, release, like, 2 games... Like, you can have something... You could do something like a mystery dungeon game and kind of have that be your Pokemon game. Like, you don't need to have... Like, Pokemon has so many different games. You don't need to have, like, a new generation every 3 years. You just don't. I know it's like, well, I'm getting older, and as you get older, the years go faster, but, like, well done, everyone. Very nicely done. But yeah. And yeah, even if we get ZA, like, in, like, the summer or something, I still don't want Gen 10 this year. I want them to just really take their time with Gen 10, because... Like, it's going to be special. Like, it is the 10th generation. It's always going to have that moniker of Gen 10. And so, anyway, we beat a dragon. Well done, everyone. Very nicely played. Excellent work. Did we lose any... Oh, no. Oh, no, I died. Oh, but did we die before that? Maybe we did. I can't remember. But we still did well. We did well. Kyurem is a tough one, and we beat it quite convincingly. So, very nicely done, everyone. Very nicely done. So, oh, that's shiny. I think that's shiny. Yes! Yes! Cherrim is shiny! That's one of the ones I needed, because in Legends Arceus, getting a Cherubi is like a pain. Yes! Yes! Okay, I'm going to check the others. Wigglytuff's a no. Aurorus is a no. Will we get the Tango Berry Blast Kyurem? It's a no, but I don't care, because guys, gals, non-binary pals, I just got a Cherrim, and I wanted a Cherrim. Okay, so we said if I get to the end of today and I don't have a shiny, that, like, mathematically, I would be, like, Sunday was the day I was expecting a shiny, so I got a shiny. Yes. Excellent. Oh, that makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. Thank you for picking Cherrim during an Ice-type legendary. It worked. It absolutely worked. First shiny of the year. Unless I've done any shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet this year. No, I haven't. Okay, will you take Cherrim with you? Yes, so I'm taking way too many pictures. But I'm just excited. I'm so excited. Okay, we lost 2 lives. I don't care. I got a shiny Cherrim. So guys, gals, and non-binary pals, I also think as well that that is my 30th shiny from the Strike streams. I think that's my 30th one. Like, so I now have, like, a whole box of shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Home, or once I put this in there, of Strike stream shinies. So, excellent. Sorry, I did see a question a minute ago. Oh, Dot's hair is like Cherrim. Yes. Yeah, shiny Pidgey, shiny Kabuto, shiny Cherrim. Today is a good day. I agree, Gage. Sorry, James Allen, back in Britain, did you watch Deal or No Deal when Noel Edmonds hosted it? Oh, Stephen Mulhern hosts it now. See, that's the thing, James. I've been out of the country long enough now where there kind of are things I've missed. Like, I know that there's been, like, a Weakest Link revival with Ramesh Ranganathan, for example. I still need to keep the Kyurem, though. But there we go. But yeah, so there are things I've missed. So, oh, it's back and with him. That's interesting. But yeah, I did used to watch it originally with Noel Edmonds, like, during, like, the first season or so. Because it was quite good, but, like, it lived out its time, and that's it. Okay, so, Team 2, Moltres. Hang on, let me just bring this up. So let's see what we got here. Sabertooth, Gage, and Kieran. So Sabertooth, Gage, and Kieran. You three are ready. Oh, don't mention him. It makes me miss Mock the Week. I miss Mock the Week as well. Mock the Week was very good. Although, hang on, who did I mention that made you think of Mock the Week? Because I'm thinking it's Stephen Mulhern, and I thought I only mentioned Stephen Mulhern and Noel Edmonds, but yeah. But okay, so Sabertooth, Gage, and Kieran, please come on down. So, was so nice to get my world news in such a fun way. Oh, Ramesh Ranganathan. Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, yeah. I was like, hang on, who else? I was like, I think I did mention someone else, but yeah, yeah, because he was on Mock the Week a bunch, and I know I miss Mock the Week too. I'm sad about that one. And exactly, that's what I mean. See, guys, I've said in the past, don't worry, I'm not going to get too political here, but I was like, I think everyone needs to have some kind of political vehicle. And as long as it's like a truthful thing and not like propaganda, but like things where they cover truthful things, and you can digest it in like the form of comedy. It can be like the late night show hosts like monologues, or, you know, like, again, my favorite is the Seth Meyers A Closer Look. Like, I think that's fantastic. It's funny, but it gives you the news. Like, there's not a whole lot you miss. If you only watched Seth Meyers' A Closer Look, you would not be missing much that you don't need to know. But yeah. But anyway. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so if you're in Team 2, just put anything goes, but I'm going to select Moltres. Last Week Tonight is great. Yes, Last Week Tonight is great. The only thing about Last Week Tonight is if you don't watch it on HBO, which I've never done, the only thing about it is if you only watch it on YouTube, you only get the, like, our big story of the week. But the thing about that is that those aren't really sort of particularly relevant to that particular week, if that makes sense. So, like, so if you only watch it on YouTube, it's an excellent way to learn about America and, like, the things that are sort of broken in America and stuff like that, or just around the world. But you won't get a good here's what's happening in America right now kind of thing. I think if you do watch the full episodes, you get that. But if you only watch the main story on YouTube that they upload on YouTube, then you can miss that, like, more up-to-date news, if that makes sense. So it's still excellent. I still recommend that show. But in terms of, like, keeping up to date with, like, what's going on, kind of when it's going on, like on a weekly or couple of times weekly basis, it's kind of like, if you have it on HBO, yes. If you only watch the YouTube stuff, it's not, like, as good in that regard kind of thing. But anyway, Buck. So, sorry. Sabertooth, Gage, Kieran, we'll go, 0111, and then let's go 1104. A lot of ones. But 0111, and then 1104. And that's the code. This is Moltres. Here we go. But yeah. The thing about America, so I love America. I have chosen to make this country my home. So before anyone's like, oh, you're an immigrant who hates this country. No, I don't. You know, I chose to uproot my life 5,000 miles away and all that stuff. Electric is good, water is great, rock is fantastic. You guys know this, but I'm just saying it. But the thing about America is that it's a very, America is a very disjointed experience. Oh, Pelipper. Oh, Araquanid. Are we just going to get an all-water team? Because that would rock if it did. Or if we had a rock type. But the thing about America is a very disjointed place, because America is kind of either things are, like, awesome and amazing, or they're kind of, like, very backwards and behind. So, like, America has, like, so many incredible, like, medical things. And okay, hang on, electric. Okay, we might want the Emolga on the right, and then there's like a Jellicent at the end. Oh, okay. Okay, so we might... Okay, sorry. If I'd have known about the Jellicent at the end, I might have picked a little bit differently here. And now... okay. We do have a whole team of water types, and we're about to go up against an electric type. That's my bad. But I didn't know if there was going to be a Jellicent at the end. I should have looked at the end for the Jellicent, because we already have a load of water. But it's just this thing where, so, like, America has, like, amazing medical facilities, amazing academic institutions, amazing like medical discoveries and research, right? So America has all this amazing medical stuff, but it doesn't have healthcare. Like, it's not that America has a bad healthcare. No, America does not have a healthcare system. Like, please don't say that, like, it has a bad healthcare system. No, it doesn't have a healthcare system. Like, we need to kind of, like, start calling it what it is, because, again, we have to stop using, like, flowery language or language that kind of conservative politicians use to kind of try and justify some of their less good beliefs. So it's like, but there's not a healthcare system. So it's sort of this weird duality. And then it's kind of one of these things where, you know, people really can prosper and really can make their dreams come true and really can succeed and have, like, such an amazing life. But you can also just be hit so hard, like, in terms of, like, poverty and homelessness and stuff like that. Like, you're less taken care of if you are at the bottom rungs of the ladder of society. And so it's... America is a series of great ideas executed poorly. Exactly. It's the Pokemon Gold and Silver of countries. Sorry. So, but yeah, like, people say it's good, but when you dig into it a bit more, like, not quite as much. But yeah, no. So, you know, it's, so there's just all these weird dualities with America that are ultimately very disjointed. And, you know, it's just a weird thing. So America basically has things where they're either, like, really ahead of the world, or they're, like, really behind the world. And that's kind of... And don't get me wrong, I mean, every country probably has, like, some things where they're, like, quite far ahead, and then some things where they're kind of, like, way behind. But yeah. Okay, I still think we should go for the Emolga, because I think Emolga is going to be less dangerous than Galvantula. And I think if we just hit the Emolga with, like, a load of water-type moves, I think it will go down in this rain. I still think it will go down. So the Jellicent is going to be tough for us to take out. But here's my suggestion. I think Sabertooth should switch Kangaskhan for Emolga, and then we'll have an electric type to beat the Jellicent with. So, you know, that's my idea. But again, attack this thing with our water moves, use your, like, you know, Weather Ball, Max Geyser, use Liquidation, use, whatever, what do I have? I have Scald and Liquidation, I think. Just use all your water moves. I think we will KO this quite quickly. Kangaskhan has, like, Body Slam or something, doesn't it? That will get the job done. So don't worry. If Pelipper Dynamaxes, and we all just... Oh, I have Dive. Okay, I'm going to use Scald instead of Dive. I know perhaps I should hide, but I'm going to try and... But, you know, but I don't want to... I want to KO this thing as quickly as possible, and Dive slows that down. So, Charlie, hi! How are you doing? I was going to say Happy New Year, but I think you did join briefly for the birthday stream, didn't you? So, but hi, I hope you're having a good New Year, and I hope you're doing well. Lovely to see you. But yeah, we were just talking about America, and how it's a very disjointed place. I can't remember how we got onto it. But how did... Oh no, we were talking about new... oh no, because we said about... Oh no, James said about Stephen Mulhern, and then that made me mention Ramesh Ranganathan, and then that made on Lara mention Mock the Week, and then that made me talk about digesting news in different ways. But it's so important to keep up with what's going on with America, because this election showed that people really don't, basically. And we need to keep up with what's actually going on and not like the narrative of what's going on. And so you need to find outlets and resources where they kind of just tell you what's going on and in the ratio of which it's going on, and where they don't deal in like narratives or sane washing or both sidesing or double standardsing. You need to find those sources that kind of just say things how they are, and that's it. Skywatcher, you gotta leave now. Enjoy your Sonic and Shadow. If you let me know, Skywatcher, like how you end up playing the game, if you like flick between both modes, or if you do the Sonic one and then the Shadow one. I personally recommend playing through the Sonic first and then doing the Shadow, but anyway, Buck. But thank you so much for joining. If you do need to leave, please click like on the video before you have to go. See, like, even though we just faced an electric type with a water type team, because the rain was up, like, it was fine, and so that was why I was feeling okay then. But yeah, we don't want to switch here. We have a really good team, so no switching. Don't need to switch here. And then what we can do is Sabertooth can switch for Jellicent after this, and then that'll be really good. And then we'll have a whole water team, and then we'll be really strong for the Moltres, and then we'll be good. Like, technically, Araquanid is weak against flying. Like, that could be our, like, one big weakness. But otherwise, I think we're going to be okay here. So, Sabertooth, just keep in mind the item you get. Make sure it's good for, like, Emolga and Jellicent, or focus on an item that is good for Jellicent if you, you know. Just keep that in mind, that you are going to be switching for Jellicent, so just keep that in mind when you pick your item. I am going to go with a Life Orb, because why not? On Lara's facing someone with ghosts. Ooh, expert belt, nice. Okay. So, but yeah, so America is a weird place, but again, we're sort of entering a weird time, and again, but it's why I say, like, find places that just kind of tell truths, because we're seeing it with social media. Social media have kind of opted to play the narrative game. Twitter did 2 years ago. Facebook is now doing it, which probably means Threads is going to be, like, doing it as well. Like, it's a shame, because I liked Threads. I wanted Threads to be the one, and I think now I'm going to have to go for Blue Sky, which is really annoying. I don't like Blue Sky, but everyone else seems to, so I'm going to have to go for it. So yeah. Okay. Cramorant, happy Mochi Day. Chat, can't believe it's been a whole year since Mochi Mayhem existed. I know, right? Like, oh my gosh. And what else was... Oh, like, I had a Facebook memory from, like, 2 years ago. And it was, like, basically, in, like, 3 days from now... So, hang on, what's that? Is that Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? On Tuesday, that'll be 2 years... since the finale of my Ice-type challenge. So when I beat, like, the 3 different paths, you know, the Path of Legends, the Path of, you know, so, like, the Sandwiches and Titan's Path, the Gym Leader and Elite Four path, and the Team Star path. When I beat all those things, and then I beat the end game, like Area 0, and I did, like, that big massive stream with only Ice type Pokemon. That was 2 years ago. Yeah, Jellicent does have Water Absorb. Sorry, I was gonna say about that, but like normally I would be like, oh, it's raining, so use Water type moves anyway. But we don't want to be doing that here. So, okay. Oh, we didn't Dynamax, did we? Oh, okay. But that's okay. But yeah, 2 years, I know. Can I just say, that was one of my most fun streams ever, and, like, best streams ever. Because we had, like, so many good battles, do you know what I mean? There's, like, you got, like, Arven, you got, like, the hang on. There's like Arvin. There's like the end of the Team Star stuff. I won't spoil who the Team Star leader is. But you have like the fake out Team Star person, the real Team Star person. That's the thing I'll say. Sorry. So it does mean when you find the first person, it's like, oh, this isn't the person. So I have just spoiled that. Whoops. But like, I'm a ding dong. But like, so but there's like them, and then you have like the Elite Four. And then the champion, Geeta, and then the actual real champion, Nemona, and then you have all the Area Zero stuff. So, like, that was, you skipped yours because you do nothing to Jellicent. Yeah, but like Poison Jab could have boosted Emolga's special attack. Is the thing. I mean, we do now have a massive Emolga, but like we did have a way to like boost our special attack stat, which would have been pretty helpful. I mean, I think we might be doing more damage now on average. But do keep that in mind. Even if your attacks are not very effective, they can still have useful side effects that could still be more beneficial. So, having a Dino Watermon against Moltres is better anyway, though. Well, but we are going to, though, because we're switching Emolga for Jellicent. And we already have the rain set up because of Pelipper. So even if we didn't have... even if we weren't switching for a water type right now, because we're going to switch Emolga for Jellicent here. But, like, even if we didn't have a Pelipper, even if we had, like, an all... Say if we... I don't know, like... Even if we didn't have Pelipper... well, actually, no, sorry. Even if we weren't switching for Jellicent, we'd still have Pelipper, so we'd already have the rain set up, so you have less of a need for a water Dynamaxer because of that reason. So, like, it doesn't matter. Like, because I'll be Dynamaxing, and it's like, I mean, yeah, I guess, like, a max water move will be more, Well, actually, no, because that's the thing. Like, it's like, basically, I think Basculin is stronger than Jellicent, so... Like, it's fine. But basically, just we basically don't want to Dyna only when it's, like, really bad. But, like, Max Ooze is, like, one of the best Max moves. So, no, that's okay on Lara. But that's why I just wanted to say it, because, like, because we have Pelipper, we already have the rain up, so we don't, the whole, like, a water Pokemon Dynamaxing thing is a bit less important, and we were getting rid of Emolga anyway. But even if we did have Emolga, because we have Pelipper as well, like, that's also okay. But yeah, just use your strongest water moves. It'll all be good. A Jellicent does have to dive, but that's fine. May your bird be sunburned. Now, that would be funny. If I got Cherim and Moltres, that would be pretty funny. Maybe I'll finally get the wild card shiny. I still have not had a wild card shiny. And I must have done like 100 wild cards by now, surely. Because I did a lot of days where I was doing 2 wild cards. So, there were like a couple of weeks where I was doing like 2 wild cards on weekdays, so that's like 8 wild cards a week, and then I was probably doing like 3 wild cards on Saturday and Sunday, so that's like 6 for the weekend. So that's like 14 wild cards a week. I think I did that for like at least 3 weeks or something like that, probably. So I probably did like at least 40 just from that, and that's in addition to just all the general wild cards I do. So yeah. But anyway, during all my waffling, guys, gals, non-binary pals, we just beat Moltres! Well done, everyone. If I don't get a shiny, may Sabertooth get it, because I know Sabertooth is like the Moltres man. Leave me alone, I'm a Moltres man. So stars and sparkles, everyone. Sparkles and stars. Get those emojis in nice and quickly for the shiny luck. We already have a Cherim, But can we get something else today? Or this weekend or something? I don't know. Okay. So. Okay. So. Metang is not shiny. Metang, the original Skybow Pokemon. Emolga! Oh, I need Emolga, don't I? But yeah, it's not shiny. But I also need Jellicent. I actually need the, Emolga, Jellicent, and Moltres. I need all three of these. So, let's see how this goes. Jellicent. Oh, I would have loved a Jellicent. I would have loved a Jellicent. But that's okay. If I don't get Emolga, and I don't get Jellicent, you know that means what I will get as a shiny? The Flaming Moltres! Oh, it's not shiny. Dang it. Oh, well. Right, Metang, no. Emolga, no. Jellicent, no. Moltres, no. I'm going to pick Metang. I do need to make my list of... I know I keep saying, I need to make my list. But I actually do need to make my list. But I'll do it after this. Because I'm going to be going on Pokemon Home to transfer this shiny and, you know. Okay, so... welcome back. So, would you like us to keep a record of the Flaming Moltres? Now... Is there anyone who we could maybe figure out the wild card and Blacephalon? Or something like that. But so could you, but we'll figure out Blacephalon right now. Could you guys do, hang on, let me just go template X. Could you guys let me know, strike the number of times you've played, and let me know if you can do Blacephalon, okay? I've got Onlara for Blacephalon, so Onlara, you're up in a sec. But is there anyone else, like, maybe we can sneak Kevin in before Kevin needs to go, but we'll see, like, what's what. Because we might be... I basically just need to see if there are any, like, Strike Zero people other than Onlara. Like, has anyone come in who, like, you know, hasn't... and I'm thinking we will do, like, a Xander wildcard. So I'm going to put Xander there for a sec. But yeah. But I'm thinking... Yeah, so I'm thinking, like, Onlara and Kevin. And then... okay, so out of the rest of you, hang on, so we got Gage, Kieran, and Kiba. We'll put you guys in Team 3 and Team 4. Are there any of you who would prefer Blacephalon to a wild card, or would prefer a wild card to a Blacephalon? Let me know your preference between Blacephalon or wild card for the three of you. So Gage, Kieran, and... Oh, Kiba can do Blacephalon. Well, Kiba said I can do Blacephalon. But, and Gage said can do Blacephalon. And Kieran said I can do any. But yeah, you three let me know. Gage prefers the wild card. Kira prefers the wild card. If Kiba now says I prefer the wild card, then we're kind of screwed. Yeah. I'm gonna for now. I am gonna put Kiba on because Kiba was in Team 1 as well, actually. So this is kind of like Kiba prefers the clown. Okay, well that's perfect. Okay, I don't know if you're just doing that to be nice, Kiba, but either way, thank you. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so this is gonna be Team 3 and 4. Okay, so Team 3, get ready in a sec. Blacephalon, this is gonna be Onlara, Kevin, and Kiba. And then Team 4, Wildcard, Xander, Gage, and Kieran. Xander doesn't necessarily have to host it, but if any of you guys like Xander's Ultra Beasts, then we can just do that. But does that sound good? Does that make sense? Hopefully that's all good. Team 3, Onlara, Kevin, and Kiba, please get ready, because we will hurry up now for Kevin's sake. Okay. Anything goes. Well, I select Blacephalon, not Jones. And there we go. So, Blacephalon. Right, so we're going to go O111 and then double 125. How about that? O21 or O111 and then double 125. No, that's okay, Kevin, because I think, well, basically, by the end of, like, Team 4, everyone will have played, like, twice anyway, except for Onlera and Shibertooth. So, it'll be pretty balanced. So, basically, just getting you in now, like, makes sense, essentially. So, we've got Sheridan, and then we just need Kevin and Onlera. So we'll just wait for Onlera, and then we'll make like Harry McIntyre and begin this Blacephalon. Sorry, I like twisting that dumb joke on its head now. I feel sorry for anyone who's new who doesn't really get like what the original Harry McIntyre thing is, and like now all my like variations of the joke. But anyway, I can't believe it's been a year since I was listening to Harry McIntyre. But anyway, I don't know. 2024 was a weird year. I liked the beginning of it for the most part, except for that anxiety I had, which has still kind of ruined my life to this day. But still, the second half of the year was the one that sucked. Oh. So on Lara, are you gonna be okay for this, or? Because the hatch, I thought a second ago you were like doing a Dynamax adventure, which is why, like, dang, no shiny. Or were you talking about eggs? No, you said and Lunala goes down, so I assumed it was. Oh, okay. We can try again on Lara. Actually, yeah, let's just try again. So like Kiba, Kevin, we'll back out. We'll try again. The whole of 2020s have been a weird decade. I mean, yeah, like just yeah. Okay, so we'll go Blacephalon show, and then here we go. Okay, so we'll do a slightly different code. We'll go 1111111. Lewis, Deb. No, we'll go 011, and then we'll go 1127. Okay, so 0111 1127. That's the code. There we go. And then this will give Onlera a chance to just do like a disconnect, reconnect, or boot up the game again, or whatever it is. But just gonna check my email. Not that I'm expecting anything, but I just want to check what this is. Wait, what's happening? Oh, sorry, I didn't. Yeah, sorry, I thought I'd pressed that. Well, hopefully this doesn't mess up. Let us in. It's the Eric Andre meme or GIF or whatever. Like sorry, I've done it now. So I thought I'd pressed the button. I thought I'd pressed it. Okay. Right, I've done it now. So now there's no reason for anyone to. That shouldn't have taken half a minute. Oh, I'm joking. I'm choking on my own spit. Oh no. Although I have been, dare I say, I have had a couple of moments where I have coughed in the past few days. And I do wonder if, like, my lungs are, like, a bit filled with, like, ash or soot or something from, like, the times I've gone outside. So, I don't know. We'll see. Now I'm missing Kevin. So what's up with Kevin? We need to talk about Kevin. Kevin, what's happening? Oh, what? Why are people... Okay, right. Okay, hang on. We're going to back out and we're going to try this one more time. We're all going to do a disconnect and a reconnect on the YCOM. Hang on. We're all going to do a disconnect and a reconnect on the YCOM, okay? We're all going to do this. And then it's going to be, like, 011130, okay? That's going to be the code, and then we'll figure this out, okay? Have we, like, never had this combination of people before? This feels like a combination we should have had before, and i.e. one that has, like, worked before. Blacephalon Jones. Okay. Right. Let's try this. So we're going to go 01, 1, 1, and then 11. So it's 01, 11, 11, 30. So 01, 11, another 11, 30. That's the code. I've hit invite others. I don't think for like 5 months it's bad that I only missed doing that one time, but I still apologize. And then we'll see how this goes. I go, Sherido. Okay, there we go. That was weird. Yeah, I think if we have an issue like that where like everyone can't connect with one another, definitely like having everyone do it helps, unless no one else did it. But okay, it worked. So okay, this is Blacephalon, isn't it? So it's weak to ghost, dark, ground, rock, water. So Absol is really good. Lampent sucks because it doesn't have a ghost move. Miltank is immune to ghost at least, but like 2 things are weak to fire here. So in theory, you can use Skitter Smack strats. And Starmie does have a rock move, I guess. So, here we go. I ain't getting a Starmie this time. Dang. Okay. Okay. Oh, Palisand is alright. But then there is a ground type on the right. So let's see what that is, because it might be better than Palisand. There is a Hitmonlee. Oh, it's Dugtrio. Oh, and then there's right. No, we want to go left, don't we? Because we can get Palisand and is that a Nidoking? And then we could get Drapion. So we could get Palisand, Nidoking, Drapion. Palisand, Nidoking, Drapion. Does that sound okay? So like Ghost, Ground, Dark. But even though there's also extra grounds and ghosts in there. But does that all sound good? Yeah, so our initial options weren't that great, but I think the pathway options look like they're pretty promising. So I'm good with Absol. I absolutely don't need to change, but I'd say the other 3 of you do. The question is, who do we want to switch and when do we want to switch them? I'm thinking maybe we might want to ditch Lampent before Nidoking. And then, who was at the end? Oh gosh, I'm forgetting things now. Drapion. We probably want to get rid of Starmie before Drapion. And then, so like, Miltank could be like our holdout until the end. Does that sound good? So if we do like Lampent, Starmie, Miltank as the switches, like in that order. And then that would be like Palisand, Nidoking, Drapion. Does that sound good? Pity I don't have a water type move for this ground type. I know. But see, that's the thing. At least Starmie does have a psychic move for a Nidoking. So that's something. But yeah. Okay. I'm glad we're good. Oh, does Miltank have Scrappy? I know you still need to kind of preserve the Mega Kicks anyway. But you might be able to get a Mega Kick in. Again, I think it's good to not go for 2 Mega Kicks, but because yeah, you do kind of need to preserve them if we're gonna be taking Miltank to the end. We do want to save like some. Oh, for the love of Nelly, we do want to save like some Mega Kicks, but I have lowered the special defense with Max Darkness, so that does mean Icy Wind, more like an Icy Wind, will do more damage. If Lampent has like Inferno or something, like that'll do more damage now. Oh, Mega Kick, yes. Okay, Max Darkness. You treat me like a stranger and you use play rough. Okay. Don't heal, jerk, I'm on the clock. I know, right? Yeah, I gotta get this Dynamax done in 3 turns. Okay, Burning Jealousy. Nice. Excellent. And then, oh, for the Palisand. More like passive sand, am I right, guys? What is going... Oh, my gosh, what is going on? We actually would have KO'd this if it hadn't been healing so much. Okay. Also, I don't know why. The fact you called him a jerk just kind of makes me laugh. And it does also make me think of the SpongeBob, I'm a jerk, kind of whatever. But okay. Mega kick. At least it's not a mega miss yet. I know, right? That's the thing, Gage. That's why I was kind of like as well, like, you probably don't want to like spam it because it is kind of inaccurate. But yeah. Okay, but we still did it. It's fine. We didn't like lose much health or too much PP or anything like that, so it's not a problem. But yeah, so if we say 07 to Lampant, good job, Lampant. And then we'll kind of take it from there, I think. I don't like moves with such low accuracy. No, me neither. But it's just, because Power Sand was kind of bulky, it was just kind of like, but we probably do want to use like at least, if we can get one Mega Kick in, it would be helpful. And I do think that was helpful, so. Okay, so Nidoking, which is on the right, and then, so ground, and then if we go left for the Drapion. So if we go like a right ground and a left dark, I think that should be pretty good. And then, and we're gonna do, we said we're gonna do Starmie here, didn't we? So that means that if we all Dynamax like turn 1, that like Kevin will be our Dynamaxer for the Blacephalon. And that'd be pretty good. Nidoking Dynamaxing, I'm pretty happy with that. I would rather Nidoking Dynamax than like say Palisand or something like that. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. I know like Blizzard is super effective, but it's inaccurate, and Absol has a really sucky special attack. Like I'm gonna demonstrate this. I bet its attack is almost literally double its special attack. 174. Oh, but it's got a hindered attack. Nevertheless, I'm standing by. I'm still gonna use Night Slash. More like a Fight Slash, because it has a high crit chance as well. So, boy, I sure wish I had a special psychic move for this poison type that doesn't have a great special defense itself. I know, right? That would be nice. But anyway, Bark. But still. Okay. Right, Psycho Cut. More like a Psycho Butt. Okay, here's Max Strike. Hit them with your udders. Okay, that was utterly useless. No, it wasn't useless. To be honest, that was like so average, it wasn't utterly anything. It was utterly average, to be honest. Starmie's build is just so bad in this mode. Basically, I'll tell you the one thing where Starmie is like kind of good or kind of okay. Moltres. Because it's got the water type to resist the fire moves, and then Power Gem is ×4 super effective. That's it, though. Like, and Power Gem isn't like that good, but that's my one thing where like, if you see a Starmie on a Moltres route, that's when I'm kind of like, oh, Starmie's good for this. Like that, and when I'm legit, genuinely like, oh, Starmie's good. Like how, you know, if we have like an all physical team, but like a fairly bulky Pokemon ahead, and you see a Seismitoad, you can genuinely go, oh, Seismitoad's pretty good here. But otherwise, though, Seismitoad, like, sucks. If you're, like, against, like, a Moltres, and you've got, like, a load of special Pokemon, Seismitoad sucks. Like, yeah, it can just sit there and not die. That's all it's got going for it. And, yeah. Oh, Gage, if when you get a laptop, the only mod you're going to put into your Shield game is Overworld Shinies mod, because God knows why Gate Freak did. I know... Gage, that's the thing, because for those who don't know this, although I've said it a bunch of times before, in Pokemon Sword and Shield, you see the Pokemon out in the overworld, right? And every single Pokemon you see has, like, all of their data generated. So, like, when you encounter a wild Pokemon, like, its gender is determined, its ability is determined, its nature is determined, its stats are determined, its level is determined. All these things are already decided, like, before the battle begins. And on the overworld in Sword and Shield, all these things are determined. And you can test this. Like, if you go find a bunch of Combee, it's really easy to get, like, a female Combee in Sword and Shield, because you can just see which one is female. It's already decided. You can see which one's a male, you can see which one's a female. The gender differences show up on the map. But The shininess does not. And that's a real shame. And I think if they'd just included that, I genuinely think if they'd included that, people would talk a lot more highly about Sword and Shield. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I think they would. Because, like, a load of people would have memories of, like, oh, I saw a shiny Pokemon in the distance, and I went and got it. Why aren't we getting Bisharp? Because Blacephalon is just way too dangerous for Bisharp. I don't want to activate that Beast Boost and, like, a Fire Blast against Bisharp. I think everything else has a chance... Well, almost everything else has a chance of surviving against, like, a Fire Blast. From Blacephalon. Like a Dynamaxed Nidoking. I think Palisand could survive. I think Drapion could survive. Absol can't. But the thing is, Absol hits harder than Bisharp. So... But, guess the Pokemon budget was like... No, I think... Well, here's the thing. I think they just didn't think of it. And one thing about Pokemon Sword and Shield as well is that they added the overworld Pokemon quite late into the production or something. Like, it wasn't something they did right away. Like, it was something they began production of the game not having overworld Pokemon, and then they added it in. So, I think that's why they didn't show up shiny and stuff like that, because I think it was, like, a bit more... Not necessarily scrambled, but just they didn't have time to really, like, say, flesh it out or think it all through. But, like, that's something which, like, is, oh, there we go. So, yeah, so it's just a bit of a thing where, sorry, Onlera literally said the same thing. I'm so sorry, Onlera. Onlera literally said that. It's like, yes, Bo, I just said that 2 minutes ago. But yeah, apparently Overworld Mons were added late in development, so that's probably why they did. Yeah, you literally just said the exact same thing I said. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so, I wish they did have it. It is a shame. Because the thing as well is that they have the brilliant Pokemon, which have the sort of golden glow around them. So... They already implemented, like, a glow into the game, right? So if they just had, like, a bunch of stars instead of, like, glows, and then the Pokemon appeared overworld, oh, it just would have been so perfect. So yeah, it is a real shame. It's a shame they didn't add that in, like, an update. I wish they did add it in an update. Then that could be fun. Like, get people to go back to it. Yeah, like, delay Gen 10 a year, and just say, hey, we've updated Pokemon Sword and Shield, shinies appear in the overworld. I would legit run around in Pokemon Sword and Shield for a few days, just in the overworld, in the what's it called? The wild. I forgot what it's called now. But the wild area. Is it just the wild area? The wild area. I would just legit run around in Sword and Shield in the wild area and the DLC places for a few days if they added that. If they added that, they could do that instead of releasing Gen 10 this year, and I think that would be huge. But yeah, and then if we do Moo Moo Miltank, milk it, then that could be really good. But yeah, so anyway, so that's why it's such a shame that that's not in the game, and it would have been such a nice feature. But oh well. But I think that's why it's not in the game. It would have been really cool, and I think that's a cool thing to do, and that makes sense. But yeah, and it's a shame because they're like so close to being able to have it in the game. Like, again, every facet of the Pokemon is decided before you. If you can see it on the map, it has a full set of stats, like a gender, a nature, an ability, everything else. Like, if you can see it on the map in Sword and Shield. So, and that includes its shininess. But the shininess is the one thing that doesn't show up. And it's such a shame. It's weird. I actually had 3 shinies in Sword. I got like a Chansey, a Chewtle, and Beware. Beware was the first one. And then I think Chansey was the second. And then Chewtle was the third. And they were just like running around and bumping into things. The Chewtle was like super accidental. Like I was like, I didn't mean to bump into that Chewtle. It was like in one of the DLC cave areas. And then it was shiny. I was like, oh oh, it's like green and it's my favorite. I love it. It's like legit one of my favorite shinies. So I was like, ah. Okay. Max Quake, more like a Max Fake. And guys, gals, non-binary pals, we just won Tundra Blacephalon. So the clown is down. Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. Well done, Team 3. Oh, Team 4, get ready. Okay, so hang on. Let me just quickly... so Team 4, Xander, Gage, and Kieran, please get ready. We'll decide what we need to do. Could you guys just let me know what your tickets are, actually? So Xander, Gage, and Kieran. Could you just let me know what your tickets are, and then we'll decide... like which one of yours is like the best out of them. I think all of Xander's are good for me, but I can't remember Kieran's and I can't remember Gage's. So right, Palisand. So okay. The only wild shinies you've ever found in earlier games were Spearow and Azelf. Azelf? Gage has Thunderous and... oh, we could do Thunderous. Okay. So, Palisand is a no. Nidoking is a no. You can't spell Nidoking without no. You can't spell Palisand without no. Drapion is a no. You can't spell Drapion without no. And Blacephalon, you actually can't spell Blacephalon without no either. But, oh, I jinxed it. I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have said it early. Oh, well. But, so Palisand, no. Nidoking, no. Drapion, no. And Blacephalon, no. I'm going to get Nidoking, because I just kind of whatever. But, Kevin, have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. And bye-bye. Okay. So, would you guys be good with... oh, and then there is Celesteela. Okay, so basically, hang on, what was Kieran's other one? Celesteela Nihilego. Okay, out of those guys, so I think actually everything you guys have put are like things that I need. So, out of all those Pokemon, Celesteela, Nihilego, Buzzwole, Stakataka, Thunderous, and Mesprit, do you guys have preferences? Or ones that you cannot do? Let me know if there are any you cannot do, and let me know if you have a preference. So say, like, I would like to do, if you cannot do any of those, please let me know. Okay, Kieran can't do Mesprit. That's fine. See, this is good to know. This is why we need to know this stuff. So we will keep the ticket. Yes, Clan Fandango. And then, yeah. Gage, you're good for all of those. And then Xander, you're good for all of them as well, aren't you? So, okay. Kieran prefers Stakataka and Celesteela. How about we do Celesteela? Because we've not done Celesteela much. It's a new year. I say we could do Celesteela. So, Kieran, would you be okay with hosting that in which case? Because you had the Celesteela, didn't you? And you don't get to host us. You haven't gotten to host much in the past, so why don't we do that? So, Celesteela is steel and flying, like a Skarmory, even though it doesn't look like a Skarmory. Which means it's only weak to fire and electric, I believe. So, look out for that. It's Brainbow time. Okay. Oh, I'm yawning already. Oh, no. Right, so would you like to embark upon a Dynamax adventure? Yes, I would. If you're asked about any preferences, Kieran, on Rainbow, is going to select Celesteela. But we're going to select anything goes. And then, we'll... Exactly, you can't spell rainbow without boat. So, and then we'll wait for a code from Kieran. I'm just going to check the fire notifications just to check. Okay. It's just sort of updates saying that, like, they're, like, doing stuff to take care of the fire or whatever. So, okay. So here we go. So Kieran has put the code. It's going to be 6484, so 64, 84, 29, 18. So there we go. 64, 84, 29, 18, or it might be like 64, 842, 918. Might be the other way to say it. So rainbow, and then bow, and then gauge, and then glow. Christmas is over. Okay. But yeah, fire and electric. Let's see if we can luck out with this, shall we? I think I also need to plug in my phone so it charges up a bit. So there is an Electabuzz. That's pretty nifty. That's a good start. Okay. I am going to pick Seismitoad just in case we get physical Pokemon, okay? Oh, okay. Toxtricity is a special, but that's fine. That's good. So Toxtricity is great. And then... Mr. Mime is weak to steel. I'd honestly say Dunsparce with the ability to get a cheese freeze is probably the best thing. But yeah, I'm just going to plug in my phone. Oh, I didn't look at the pathways. Oh, no. Right, hang on. Let's have a look at this, shall we? Right. Oh, okay. There's a Heliolisk on the right. And then there is a Palpitoad. So we could have, like, Palpitoad or something. Yeah. There weren't any fires, were there? Fire types, I should say. Oh, there's a Togedemaru at the end. Oh, we can have all electric. Oh, we can totally do all electric. We can totally do all electric. The question is, who do we switch out for, the Heliolisk? I'm actually thinking maybe I, as the Seismitoad, should switch out, because, the only thing I have going for me is, in the second battle, I could use Max Ooze to boost people up, but otherwise, I just don't really have a lot to help you guys with, because you guys all have special moves. Like, I would, like, Helping Hand Toxtricity or something, and then, or whoever can Dynamax, but, like, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot I can really do to help here, unfortunately. I'm going to try and poison it, and then we'll kind of be, yeah, that's the thing. The Palpitoad and the Diggersby is going to be tough. We should probably just go for, like, Palpitoad, because at least with Heliolisk is immune to Palpitoad's water. So it will be tough, but it'll be worth it on, like, the other side. What we could do is we could switch for Palpitoad. So we could get rid of Dunsparce for Palpitoad, and then that would be really good for, like, Togedemaru, and then we could switch for Togedemaru. But I think if we have Dunsparce on our side, we might be able to get some cheese on Palpitoad, and then that could work. Like, if Palpitoad spams Shadow Ball, yes, I got the poison. If Dunsparce spams Shadow Ball on Palpitoad, then what can happen is we might be able to get, like, a bunch of special defense drops, and then all our special attacks can do a lot more damage, and then that can work, and that could be a good thing. Actually, though, what we could do, maybe if I did stick around, I could use Max Ooze, and I could boost all of our special attacks against Palpitoad. Actually, should we keep the Palpitoad so that I can use Max Ooze to, basically, if I am the one who is able to Dynamax at the end of this, if we're able to beat Palpitoad in 3 turns, maybe we could get rid of Dunsparce, because if I get rid of Dunsparce, I could boost everyone's special attack with max ooze, and then that could be the strategy. Like, I could power everyone else up, and then, like, Toxtricity could use Hyper Voice, Electabuzz could use Round, and... Does Heliolisk know Round? If Heliolisk knows Round, and Electabuzz knows Round, then that will the move will power up. So actually, this could be okay. This could actually be okay. Yeah, no, I think there's a bit of confusion there, but yeah, Palpitoad was saying, like, Seismitoad has no stab moves. Oh, no! No! Okay. So maybe, so maybe we do want the Dunsparce then, in which case, if we weren't able to beat it in 3 turns. Okay. Never mind the plan I just formulated. We'll ditch the plan. Yeah. I think basically... Yeah, so... Keep Dunsparce. I will switch for Heliolisk, okay? So we'll do Seismitoad for Heliolisk. If Dunsparce just spams Shadow Ball, there's like a 40% chance of a special defense drop. If the Electabuzz and the Heliolisk both use Round, that's actually like a base 120 move, I believe. Like, I believe Round doubles in power if 2 people use it in the same turn. So if Heliolisk uses Round and Electabuzz uses Round, then that actually will be quite strong. And then if Toxtricity uses Hyper Voice, so basically we'll have to hope for special defense drops, and then... Oh no, Gage can Gigantamax and use Max Strike, so that'll be okay. But yeah, but basically, if we all just use our normal moves here, and whilst Xander as Dunsparce uses Shadow Ball, I think this will work. So, Charlie, you love Dunsparce. I like Dunsparce because I just think it's kind of hilarious. But okay. So okay, here we go. Right. Okay. So Palpitoad has a good cry. Right. So here's Heliolisk. Okay. So yeah. So Dynamax, because Toxtricity can Gigantamax, can't it? So, yeah, and then basically just do what you're doing, and hopefully this works. We have to hope for a bit of luck here, and yeah, we have to hope that it doesn't use, like, Earth Power. My hope is that it tries to use Scald on Heliolisk, because Heliolisk is immune to water. But we'll have to see. What are the odds it does use Scald on me, but after it nullifies abilities? That's the question. Okay, Round. We're singing in a round. Row, 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 you merrily, merrily row. So look, that did a lot. Palpitoad is kind of bulky, but we just did a quarter of its damage. So row, 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 you merrily, merrily down the row, row, gently down the row, 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 you merrily down the stream. Okay, so this Shadow Ball, special defense down. Ow, it didn't work. Okay, but that's fine. Echoed Voice is fine as well. That's weak. That's weak. Weak sauce. Weak. Okay. I still think we might be able to... We still might be able to KO this. If we get, like, high rolls, and we get the luck we need, we might be able to do this. Come on. Oh, dang it. We probably should use, like, Ice Beam instead of Shadow Ball here, but... now that we're, like, so close to the end. But let's see how this goes. Oh, we did it! We did it! Yes! We beat... Guys, we beat Electric with Water earlier, and now we're beating Ground with Electric. So basically, later on, we're going to beat a Flying type with Ground types, is what I'm saying. Well done, everyone. Nice work. Oh, Bo, the mini eggs have already infiltrated Tesco's. Yeah, it's always like really like beginning of January, isn't it? Like, but I mean, I like it because like Easter chocolate is good chocolate. So, oh no, Kieran, you used a Beast Ball. Oh no, I missed the Beast Ball. Okay, so I think if Dunsparce switches here, and then this will be good. So if we do a Dunsparce switch so that we have one ground type for, yeah. And then basically, Electabuzz, Electabuzz can Helping Hand Palpitoad, and Palpitoad can Dynamax. So if we go for the Togedemaru, this is really good. But yeah, we don't want to switch here, okay? We don't want to switch because we've got a good team going here. So no switching. Again, I'm sorry, Kieran. We'll find a time, okay? We'll find a time for GG, but now is not the time because Celesteela only has 2 weaknesses, and we have to exploit them. When we actually manage to get a whole team of a particular weakness, we have to exploit it. Okay, so if we do Togedemaru on the right, then we should be good here. And then, yeah. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Okay. So, here we go. But no, thank you for not switching, Kieran. I do appreciate it. Well done. And then someone said earlier Celesteela may have Earthquake. It may, but it's like that's good against electric and fire, so either way, like, we're screwed. And I'd still rather have like actual electric types with good electric moves rather than like Lickitung with Thunder. So I think it's fine. But yeah, if we Helping Hand Palpitoad, and then just everyone else do whatever you can. I've got Mud Slap, for example, but yeah. So I think this is going to be fine. After we beat this Celesteela, I do really need to pee, so I might just take a quick break for a sec to pee, but then I will be back. So here we go. Here we go, or should I say here we go. Okay, here's the Helping Hand. And then here's the Mud Slap. Baby Mud Slap. Okay, nice. And then Hyper Voice. Nice. That actually did a lot of damage. Okay, here's Iron Head. More like a Judge Dredd. Well done for hanging in there. Okay, here's the Max Quake. Show me Potato Quake. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was going to do quite that much. But, yeah, it did. So, well done, everyone. Well done. Okay. Seriously, very nice work indeed, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Yeah, and it's non-stab. It's a very defensive Pokemon. I'm not too... And it's a spread move. Don't forget, it's a spread move. So, like, spread moves, like, do less damage. So, like, yes, Earthquake is base 100, but basically in this mode, it's, like, when it's used by a computer opponent, it's only base 50. So... well, actually, no, I was going to say when it's used by opponent. No Pokemon in this mode. So we do want to switch Palpitoad here as well. But like, yeah, no Pokemon in this mode who we can rent. None of the Pokemon in this mode have Earthquake because, yeah, it would like hit your partners and it'd be very confusing. So they don't have that. That's why everything has like high horsepower or Stomping Tantrum. But okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get some good items here. Oh, Wise Glasses. I'll take that. Yeah, why not? Yeah, well, that's the thing. Toxtricity and Togedemaru are both ×4 weak to it. And Toxtricity has less health. So Toxtricity probably would go down to an Earthquake. Yes. But, again, it's one of those things where we're going to be faster than this. We're going to be able to hit it really hard. If you have, like, Rising Voltage is going to do, like, loads more damage because we're going to set up electric terrain as well. So, I think, basically, like, this thing isn't going to take out, like, all 4 of us, okay? It's not going to be a problem. Again, given this thing only has 2 weaknesses, the fact that we've managed to assemble an entire team of this one type is nothing short of something rather miraculous. So yeah. But yeah, so if we Dynamax, use your most powerful Max Lightning, very, very frightening. Togedemaru could use a Nuzzle. Electro Web could, in theory, power up my Electro Ball. It's all good in the hood. I trust you guys. So, here we go. Or should I say, here we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, no. We definitely want to Dynamax, like, right away here, because basically, this is going to set up the electric terrain, and this is going to power up our moves even more. So, okay, that didn't do loads, but maybe it's not that slow. But it's going to do more. Basically, all our electric moves are going to start doing more now that we've set up this terrain. So that's really good. And then Togedemaru is going to go with... Or actually, no. Toxtricity is going to use Rising Voltage. See, that's more powerful in the terrain. Doubly so. There's Electro Web, so that's nice. That's going to power up my Electro Balls, so that's really cool. Okay, Smackdown. Look. It didn't even KO it. I mean, I know it's a base 50 move, but still. So well done, everyone. I think we might be able to KO this turn. If we keep going, we may... Yeah, now that we've got the terrain up and we got that speed drop, and it was a crit, I think we might be able to KO this now. Yeah, oh my gosh, look, that powered up because of that terrain, and then Rising Voltage, that's going to get the KO. Yeah, there we go, 2 turns, not even 2 full turns. Well done, everyone. Very nice work indeed. Yes, indeedy. Seriously, well done, guys, that was excellent. So, stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. Let's hope for, what is it, like white? I don't know what this thing looks like. I always forget. I'm probably not going to recognize right away. That's why you need to check for the stars and sparkles on the menu summary screen as well. Okay. It is white. White is right. Please don't quote me on that out of context. Okay. Heliolisk is a no. Palpitoad. Oh, is a no. I needed Palpitoad. Togedemaru is a no. But I have Togedemaru. But will we get the white Celesteela? I don't think that's white. I see white on it, but I don't think that's white. Okay. So no, and no. But that's okay. No shinies for you guys. Dang. Oh, but we did get a flawless victory, to quote a certain Kiba. Kiba. But okay. But never mind. Anyway, Bark, I did get the shiny Cherrim earlier, so yeah. Guys, I'm just gonna very quickly nip to the loo, nip to the loo, nip to the loo, nip to the loo, my darling. And then I will be back in a couple of minutes, because I'm also going to fill up my water bottle as well. So I'm just going to take a moment, but could you guys get ready? Don't do this just yet, okay? But like type it in, and then you can hit, like hit enter when I come back, kind of thing, like when I tell you to, when I come back. But we're going to be doing... hang on. Doop. Okay. But yeah, so in a minute, we'll be setting up the next 3 rounds. Kyurem, Moltres, Blacephalon. We'll see who's around and who can do what. We may end up doing, like, Kyurem, then Blacephalon, depending on who's around and who can do what. But yeah, so just get ready. Type it into your boxes, and then when I come back... we'll, figure out who's doing what. Okay, so BRB, see you in a second. ready, set, bow. There we go. So yeah, let me know if you can do Kyurem, Moltres, and Blacephalon. Thank you for being ready with that. Sorry for that. But just need to like fill up my water and stuff like that. Okay, so let's see who we've got. So we've got Kiba on Lara, Gage, Xander, and Kieran. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Okay. Oh, hang on. Did I get rid of the spreadsheet? Okay. Here's what I'm thinking, my fellow Abraham Lincolns. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna put. If the spreadsheet works or not. Okay, parent spreadsheet's not working. Hang on. Let me bring up the spreadsheet again. Have to close it and open it. Okay. So we had. Hang on. It was Xander. It was like Xander, Gage, and Kieran, I think is what I was gonna say. Although, is this not the team that like literally just played? Yes. Okay. Okay. I have a theory. A game. Oh, hang on. This doesn't. What I was about to say doesn't really work, does it? Hang on. Okay. Hang on a sec. I'll figure this out. But hang on. I just need to. Okay. Basically, I was going to put Kiba and Onlara in a Blacephalon. And I was going to have Xander, Gage, and Kieran in a Kyurem. But I was like, wait, that's literally the team we just had. So I don't want to have the exact same team twice in a row when there are 2 people. So... Okay, hang on. Out of Xander, Gage, and Kieran, do any of you need to, like, leave? So basically, I'm kind of tempted to just do Blacephalon now. And then we'll figure this out in a second. Oh, gosh. And there's definitely no one else out there who's a Strike Zero. Like, there's no, like, Cheese or Tenchi or, like, the 10 Cheese. 10 Cheeses. Are there 10 cheeses out there who can play? I don't know. But yeah. Okay. Right, okay. So, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we should do Blacephalon in a second. With Kiba on Lara, because they didn't just get to play. And then I'm kind of... the question is, who do I then put on? I'm kind of tempted to just say Xander because it's Saturday and Xander doesn't get to play as much as everyone else. Forgive me if there are some of you who are here where like you're only ever here 2 days a week. But I'm tempted to do that. Kiba on Lara and Xander. Because also, Xander, you haven't had... Wait, hang on. Xander, what shinies have you had? You've had, like, Haunter, and then, like, 2... there's, like, the Haunter and 2 other things. You haven't had a shiny legendary, have you? So I still kind of want to try and get you a shiny legendary, which is my justification for kind of, like, putting you in on an extra team. But, yeah. But, because Shibatu's not here anymore, right? So that's a shame. But does that sound okay? Okay, so we're gonna do Team 5 Blacephalon with Kiba on Lara and Xander, and then we'll figure out Kyurem, and then for Kyurem we may just end up doing the like Xander, Gage, and Kieran team. Oh, and you got Talonflame as... Oh, yeah, you got Haunter... I was going to say Beware, and I was like, no, am I just thinking of myself? But no, Haunter, Beware, Nidoking, Talonflame. Yeah, so you still need a legendary, though. And you're overdue for a legendary. So, you're not overdue for regular shinies. You're about right for regular shinies, ironically. It took you like 100 to get one, but then now that you're at about like 125, or between 125 and 150 now. And you've got the 4, but yeah. Okay, so Team 5 Blacephalon. This is Kiba, Onlara, and Xander, okay? So this is very odd. If you are playing along, just say anything goes. Well, I have to definitely make sure that I put Blacephalon. There we go. And then, when we're on this screen, we'll go 01, so 0111, and then 1217. How about that? 0111, 1217. No, I know, Kieran, you're very overdue for a legendary as well. And more so, actually. But you do get to play every day, whereas Xander only gets to play 2 days. So that's my justification. That is me trying to be democratic about this, even though I am an unelected leader of this group. A self... Whoa! Whoa! Charlie just did a £10 super chat. Happy belated birthday. Got a dip now. Have fun. Oh, Charlie, thank you so much. Charlie, it's always so lovely seeing you. Thank you for just all your amazing support over 2 years. I don't know if you were there earlier, but I was saying in like 3 days, it's going to be like the 2-year anniversary of like my Ice type challenge finale. Where I did like all the Elite Four and the Champion, and I fought like Arvin, and I did the end of the Team Star stuff, and then we did Team Zero, Area Zero, and like you've just been around for, you know, such a like long time now, and I just always really appreciate when you come back. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Lovely to see you. Happy New Year. Or like I hope you continue to have a happy new year, and I'll see you around. I know 2 years, but that was basically the original ending of the Ice type challenge, and then I think I did like a little bit of post game stuff maybe, like I think I like got the Chen Pao because that was an Ice type, but yeah, so okay. Anyway, Bark, let's do this. You guys know Blacephalon, like Ghost, Dark, Ground, Rock, Water. It's all good. You haven't got Shiny Giratina since the Game Awards. Oh, interesting. Okay. So Kingler is water, so that's good. Remember that Heliolisk is technically like weak to fire moves. It's immune to water and weak to fire, so it's as weak to a Blacephalon as Berserker is. I have done the Ice type challenge with all the DLC. I carried it on. I carried on my save file into all that. But it's just 2 years ago was when I did like... So when I sort of said like the initial end... I think I said something like the initial ending or the initial finale of that series. Because at the time, that's what it was. But then once the DLCs came back, I came back to do them. Okay, Tentacruel is on the left. So that's pretty... Tentacool. No, it's Tentacruel. And then there's not really anything, but I think Tentacruel is still the better way to go. Oh, and then there are rock types. So we could do that. I know there was a Cramorant on the right, but I would say Tentacruel is better than Cramorant, generally. Yeah, we'll have to decide what we're doing in the next round based on our team, maybe. Like, maybe we'll pick the path of least resistance. So, yeah. But, yeah. And if you're ever interested in that Ice-type challenge, the playlist is still up. Like, everything's still there. It's all still watchable. So, yeah. But just keep in mind, I did play that, like, literally when the game came out. So if you're like, why didn't you go here and do this? It's like, because I didn't know. Because, like, Cerebi didn't have the info yet. Can't spell Tentacruel without cruel. I mean, that as well. But anyway, Bark. Okay. So, here we go. We're going big. But hopefully not going home. Oh yeah, let me just plug my phone back in now that we've decided our other team. Okay. The Tentacruel. No, he wasn't lazy. It's just, it's literally, that was the first. If anything, it's the opposite. The game had only just come out. Like, the game was less than a week old, and so I was like basically just checking. He was like scrambling to just get all the information about the game, you know, online, and so he was working really hard to like get everything on the game, you know, out there and get all the information out there. But obviously that takes time. It takes time to play through a game. It takes time to categorize everything. It takes time to, you know, figure all this stuff out. So Scarlet and Violet were just a very different animal from, like, other Pokemon games. I mean, Arceus probably prepared him a little bit, but still, it was a very different kind of Pokemon game. So there was a lot to learn and a lot to get down, and trying to figure out, like, where all the ice types are and how's the best way to get to them was kind of tricky. So, right, no bubbles, because we were against a poison type. So max quakes only. But guys, gals, we did it. So we do want to switch for this. I don't know who we want to switch, because to be honest, I didn't really even pay attention to what our team is. I just paid attention to the fact that I had a Kingler. Okay. But let's see what we've got here. Let's see who we can switch. So we said there were, like, okay. So we could get rid of like Flareon, I would say. Yeah. Because Oranguru has the Instruct, which is really good. And then Marowak, oh, it'd be nice if Marowak had a Resistance, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do Rock or Ground. I say we should do Rock because you have the resistance to fire. But who do we want to face here is the question. I think Dracloak is going to be the weaker and easier of the two. Like, Bronzong is, like, pretty bulky. So that's my idea. Now, here's the question. Do we want a Dynamax here? Because, Tentacruel doesn't really have a whole lot going for it. But it could still set up the rain and, like, power up water moves or something like that. Because here's what I'm thinking. Tentacruel could set up the rain with a Max Geyser, and then I could just use Crab Hammer, because that'll be really powerful in the rain. I actually think it could still be worth setting up the rain and having, like, Max Geysers and Crab Hammers do the work. And then Oranguru could, like, use Instruct on, like, Marowak. Maybe not on turn 1, because Oranguru might be faster. Let's just check the speed. 97, yeah. Maybe you could use Instruct on, like, me the first turn, and then Marowak the second turn, or something like that. But that's just my theory. My game theory. But yeah, I wouldn't generally suggest this as a strategy, like, generally, but Dracloak is, like, a middle-evolved form Pokemon, so it's not going to be particularly bulky or anything. If we were doing this against, like, Bronzong, you know, if we were, like, sort of, but say if, like, Bronzong resisted water, I wouldn't be saying, like, let's do a rain team, you know, but I think for Dracloak, this will still work. Okay, so here's Max Geyser, yeah. So Oranguru can't use Instruct on Marowak until turn 2, but I think it might be able to use Instruct on me from turn 1. But we'll see how this goes. So there's the rain. So again, did that do a whole load of damage? Like, no. But again, that was like the setting up the rain. Oh no, it missed! No, it missed. It's 2 feet in front of you. But it's using Instruct. Yes, second chances. So let's see how much this actually does, this better hit. Okay, there we go. There's the Crab Hammer for real now. That actually did a good amount. It wasn't a crit. And then now you could use Throat Chop for the Instruct afterwards. But I think that this is gonna... We might not be able to 2KO this. Again, if that Crab Hammer had hit, I think we would have been able to 2-turn this thing. But this Max Geyser is going to do a lot more now. So, yeah. So we still might be able to 2-turn it. Oh, and that was a crit. Okay. Oh, we might 2-turn this now. This is pretty good. But yeah, that second Max Geyser did so much more than the first. Between, like, the rain and the crit, like, that did so much more. Okay. So we're using Instruct. We're doing it on Marowak. We're going to get ground down by Marowak. Okay. So there's the Throat Chop. Kadoosh, and there we go. We didn't even need Marowak's regular Throat Chop. We just needed an instructed one. So well done, everyone. Very nice work. So again, even though we didn't really have a whole lot going there, I love how we're able to make these teams and come up with these strategies where, like, we're able to deal, like, you know, really serious damage there. So well done. So yeah, I don't think we want to switch for this. I don't think it's good as a temporary option, and it's definitely not good for Blacephalon. Because yeah, we're going to be doing... I think we should do the Boldor next. I think Boldor is probably our best bet. I don't know who... We probably want to use Instruct on Tentacruel, I would say. I'd say Tentacruel is probably the better Instruct choice, because it's definitely going to be faster, and it's a special attacker. So, and to be honest, you could actually probably just use, like, Water Pulse. Oh, okay. To quote Jamie Lawson, I wasn't expecting that. Just because Boldor does resist fire, but this is still the same strategy, because it's still water is super effective, and we'll still switch. We'll still switch Oranguru after this, but yeah, I know Sandslash might hit a little harder, but it's just defensively not as good, and it is slow as well. So that's kind of why I was like opting for Boldor instead. But this should still be fine. Again, Marowak was super effective against Boldor as well, and Marowak's going to be Gigantamax or Dynamaxing here. So as long as we don't instruct the Marowak, it's fine. That was the other thing about Marowak as well. Marowak and Boldor, that Marowak is better against Boldor. But like, it's still fine. It's not a problem. If we end up somehow losing because we have a Sandslash on our team because of Boldor, then I'll just laugh, because I think we're gonna be fine. But yeah, Water Pulse is fine. And then there's the Crab Hammer. And then... Okay, here's a Max Quake. Okay, so this is going to boost its special attack, which is a bit annoying. So maybe we might want to instruct, like, Crab Hammer on the next turn or something, just now that it's got a special defense boost. Because, like, even like a Hydro Pump isn't going to do as much now that it's got that boost. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, Max Steel Spike. We're getting that defense boost. Okay, I like it. I like it. That makes sense. I probably would go for a Max Quake on the next one, just for, like, the damage output, just because I think we should be able to two-turn this if we all do our most powerful things. The reason I said about Water Pulse on turn 1 is just I felt like 2 Water Pulses was a safer idea than 2 Hydro Pumps. There's only like a 64% chance of Hydro Pump working twice. Oh, that did pretty well. Not even a crit. Okay. Crab Hammer. Oh, that was a crit. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, if we switch out Oranguru, then we'll be in a good position here for the Sandslash. Sorry. Switching out Oranguru for Sandslash will put us in a good position. And I think Blacephalon should be fine. I think Blacephalon should be not an issue. Basically, the main issue with Blacephalon is if it uses Fire Blast. That's, like, the main issue. And then if it does use Fire Blast, who it uses it against. If it goes for Sandslash or Marowak, it's not ideal. If it goes for the water types, it's fine. But yes, if we do Oranguru, 07 Oranguru, you did your job. Instruct, a busted move. Oh yeah, we are going to get the berries, aren't we? So that is a pro for sure. So there we go. Nicely done. So yeah, we're kind of pretty much at like full health, full lives here. Again, Marowak would go down to a Fire Blast probably like in one hit, even if it was at full health. So we just have to hope that doesn't happen. And kind of same with Sandslash. If it does do a Fire Blast on one of those two, this could get ugly pretty quickly. But again, we've got 4 lives. I think it's only going to get 3 attacks. Like, 1 attack now, and then 2 attacks in turn 2, because it will get desperate. So, I think we'll be okay. As long as our moves don't miss, we'll be fine here. But Sand Slash is going to be Dynamaxing as well. So setting up that, getting a Max Quake in, boosting our special defense, that'll help protect us against Fire Blast. So can you hug the Blacephalon? If you like clowns, then yes. If you don't, then no. Okay. It also does kaboom, which is a thing. Okay. Here we go. Oh, and Lara just said the same thing. They go boom. Yes. They go boomy woomy. Okay. Here we go. Or here we bow, I should say. Right, Fire Blast. Oh, it did hang in there. Okay, nice. Well, good thing we got the berries then. Okay, Crab Hammer. Okay, that did loads. I love it. You love to see it. Okay, here's the Max Quake. More like a Max Fake. But it was close, though. That was very close. Oh, my gosh. Was that a crit? No, that was just that powerful. Dang. I mean, guys, well done. Down with the clown. That was incredible. I wasn't sure if Sand Slash was going to be able to take that out from that range. I thought we were going to need the Marowak attack as well. But no, so that was like 3 moves, right? Stars and Sparkles, Sparkles and Stars. Get those emojis in, and well done, Team 5. I feel alive. No, seriously, guys, great work. That was really nice. Everyone say it with Kiba. Flawless victory. Very, very nice, everyone. Great work. And then we'll do Kyurem in a sec. Yeah, let me just look up the team for Kyurem, and then I'll do my patented double shiny check. So we've got Xander, Gage, and Kieran up next. So got Xander, Gage, and Kieran. Hopefully that's all good. And then we'll kind of take it from there. So Tentacruel is a no. Dracloak is a no. Sand Slash is a no. But I have all those Pokemon, so it's fine. But you know who I don't have? The Cosmic Midnight Disco Bulbacephalon. That's a no. But I did get a shiny earlier, so, like, is it really, you know? Okay, so, but no, and no. I'm gonna go Dracloak, because, again, I need to check I need to make a list and check it twice, and find out if I've been naughty or nice. But yeah. But, yep, Gage, you are doing Kyurem twice. You're nice, so you're doing Kyurem twice. Yes, Clan Fandango will keep the Blacephalon. Dang, I was kind of hoping James would still be here to comment on the fact I keep talking about Clan Fandango, but anyway. Okay. So, let's talk to the lady. Let's say yes, please. Let's say that anything goes, but I'll select Kyurem. A dragon. I don't know how many dragons we have left after this. At least in terms of the ones I need. Hang on, let me look at... Hang on. This isn't, like, we're not doing wildcard right now, but let me just check what we've got. Like, Guzzlord. Guzzlord is a dragon. So, we'll try and make sure we always have at least one dragon so that we can do the whales thing. Okay. So O111 and then 1235. Or O111, 1, 2, 3, 5. Let's see what we've got. Lugia, Uxie, Mesprit, Thunderous, Tapu Bulu, Nihilego, Buzzwole, Pheromosa, Xurkitree, Celestina, Kartaka, Guzzler. Yeah, so we only have one dragon left after we get Kyurem. Oh, Gage, you did Moltres? Oh, okay. But I think you've done Kyurem before, right? It doesn't matter too much. I'll try and spread people around as well. But sometimes I do get in the habit of giving certain people certain things. Like, Onlara likes to do Blacephalon. Sabretooth likes to do Moltres. So, yeah. Can I hug Kyurem, though? It'll be very cold. But otherwise, yes. So we're just waiting on Xander, aren't we? Xander. O111, 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. Okay, and glow. Okay. So Kyurem. Oh yeah, I don't think I ended up really talking about the fires earlier and stuff, but basically the situation is definitely better, but there are still like the two really big ones, and the question is basically like how unruly or how crazy are those gonna get? They're not a threat yet, and they're not going to be a threat anytime soon, but it just depends, because like, you know, if we get like some windier days again, I'm just going to pick Basculin because it's the most solid, but none of these are good. Fighting, rock, steel, dragon, and fairy. Like, this just, you know, unless we go for like Vespiquen for revenge, but like it's weak to ice moves. That's not a good idea. Oh, Rhydon is a mixed bag, but who's good? And then Wailmer, or no, Beartic maybe because of body press. Like Beartic resists ice and gets a fighting move. But yeah, there we go. Okay. So we probably will have to do some switches, but let's see how this goes. Okay, we've got Seaking, we've got Ground type. Oh gosh, okay, this might not be very good. We'll have to like speed run looking through here. I think I did see Jellicent though. Okay, oh, Claydol, Seaking. Barbarical doesn't have any rock moves. Okay, Jellicent does have Dazzling Gleam, so I just want to point that out. Like, Jellicent... Oh, and then the rock type at the end there. Do we want to go, like, for the Jellicent and the rock type? That's what I'm going to pick. I'm sorry, Seaking. I know I need you as shiny, but I need Claydol as shiny as well. Goodbye. Okay. Oh, yeah, Mimikyu. Does Mimikyu have a fairy move? I kind of forgot about Mimikyu. But the thing is, Mimikyu is also weak to ghosts. I do... So, but then Jellicent's weak to ghost moves as well. But Jellicent is bulkier against ghost than Mimikyu. So, it has Baby Doll Eyes, but that only lowers attack, not special attack. Okay, I am going to go with Dive, because I'm not going to be using Dive very much generally. So I may as well use it up for my Dynamax, right? No, I think Mimikyu does have Ghost and Fairy, doesn't it? It's one of the few that actually does have Stab for both move. Or does it have, like, or does it have... It has Shadow Claw. Does it? It has Shadow Claw. Oh, it has... It doesn't have, like, Shadow Claw, Curse, Baby Doll Eyes, and then something else. But is it, like, Play Rough, or is it something else? Oh, does it have Shadow Sneak or something? I can't remember. I'll have to look it up in a sec unless someone else looks it up. Okay. Oh, you're using Smackdown so you can use Drill Run. That's an interesting idea. That is an interesting idea. I'm going to set up the rain in Spain, mostly on the plains, and then Beartic could use that in a second, in theory, in-game thing. Oh, Slash! That's it. Yeah, Shadow Claw, Slash, Curse, Baby Dollars. Yeah, so... And that's the thing, and Kyurem doesn't have a dragon move, so it's like, all you're doing is taking a Pokemon weak to Ghost, but that can't do a super effective move itself. Here's the thing, I don't mind having a weakness to something if you have a super effective move as well, if you have something good to attack the Pokemon with, or some useful utility. Like, how we've used we have used a Selgor against Fire-type Pokemon because of Acid Spray, because that's genuinely useful. A Selgor is so fast that even if it gets in one Acid Spray and then dies, that can tip the turn of the tide of the battle, or whatever the metaphor I'm going with is. But that can turn things around. You know, that can, like, make the battle on move one, right? But if you're just picking a Pokemon that's, like, weak to Shadow Ball and that doesn't have anything else to offer, like, Mimikyu just doesn't really have anything to offer Kyurem, apart from, like, the ability, maybe. Like, if you were switching a Kyurem, like, after the third round, so you were going into a Kyurem with, like, a fresh Mimikyu, that could be pretty good, because it means you get one free hit. But I just don't know if, like... Yeah, I would say it's not really worth it. Claydol, I don't know if we're going to want to switch for this at all. I can't remember what I said was up ahead. There was Jellicent, and there was something else. So it's not really good against Jellicent, and it's not really good against the rock type, is it? So I would say probably don't switch for this. I think our main two... As crazy as this sounds, I think our main two switches are going to be Sigalith and Basculin. As wild as that sounds. I know Beartic's at low health right now. But yeah, Jellicent has Dazzling Gleam. And then Dreadnought. Dreadnought has Rock Slide. And there are berries behind Dreadnought as well. So I almost think that if we get rid of Sigalith here and then Basculin after the Dreadnought, that could be good. I know it's not ideal. Like, this is not going to be, like, a great team. A half-dead Beartic is... Body Press is, like, not a good fight. If it had Brick Break, it would be fine. But it doesn't. But, like, anyway, Bark. Okay. So... here we go. Right. Crunch more like a lunch. I'm looking forward to lunch after this, actually. Because I am getting kind of hungry. I've been eating less because of my stomach thing, which, like, helps with it, but it does mean you get hungry. But anyway. Oh, yeah, I need to make sure to take... After this, I need to take my antibiotic. Well, no, I need to take it at, like, 3 o'clock or something like that, but... it is the female Jellicent. I could tell it was the female, because it has, like, the big neck poofy thing instead of the moustache. But yeah, please Dynamax if you can Dynamax. We definitely want to be Dynamaxing. This thing is bulky, so we want strong moves. I don't know if like a max Mindstorm or a max Airstream is better. Maybe Airstream because of the speed boost. I don't know. But both the Jellicents have such nice shinies. They do. They're good. I prefer the male Jellicent because like I love green. But the female Jellicent isn't as big a change, but it's still a really nice one, so... Okay. Max Airstream, more like a Max Hairstream. Oh, after this you have to go play Mario Party with your ma. Oh, that's awesome, Gage. Oh, I hope you have a fun time. Is that a Jamboree, like the new one? If it is, how are you finding it? How are you liking it? I, because of the strike, like, don't have much money, so, like, I'm not getting Jamboree, unfortunately. Maybe someday I will for, like, my collection. But I can't afford it right now. But, yeah, so someday I'll just get it, like, half price or whatever. I'll get it half price because it looks nice. And my other question, Gage, is who is your go-to character to play as in Mario Party? All right, Max Mindstorm. Max Mindstorm! There we go. And then... Rhydon used Drill Run, but it missed. It's 2 feet in front of you, and now Beartic is dead. Beartic is dead, and it's all the Drill Run's fault. No, we would have died here. Oh, on Lara, you've never played Mario Party, but enjoyed Alpha Red's videos on Jamboree. You've never played Mario Party? But it's great. If you can, like, sit down with a few people in person, like, all on a couch, and all play Mario Party, like, one of the good ones, it is a great experience. I think I've told this story, but for my birthday, like, oh my gosh, like, I guess, like, over 20 years ago now, oh my gosh, I guess that would have been, like, 22 years ago. Well, that was a bit scary to say. 22 years ago for my birthday, it was when I got my GameCube. And I had, like, gotten a lot of the games I wanted on GameCube for Christmas, but I kind of saw that, like, I had a GameCube case-shaped gift on my birthday. And so, you know, this all takes place in, like, a matter of seconds, but, you know, in your head, like, it goes, like, way more slowly. But you're like, oh, this is a GameCube. Mum has got me a surprise birthday gift GameCube game, but I already got all the GameCube, and the GameCube had only just come out, so there weren't that many games for it. But, like, you know, there aren't many games available for the GameCube, but this is a GameCube game. What game has she surprised me with? So I would say Sigalith here is the Switch. Yeah, if we do Sigalith, and then, so if we do Sigalith here, and yeah, excellent. And then I'll switch for whatever the heck was next, Dreadnought, wasn't it? But yeah, so if we do Dreadnought on the right, I can switch for that, and then we'll get some berries as well. And then, yeah. So, I know Rhydon is weak against ice, and if the Kyurem uses Glaciate, it's going to be really bad. But we kind of have no choice. I think, like, having Smackdown is still going to be the most powerful. I think having, like, the Smackdown is going to be powerful. I think having, like, Dazzling Gleam is going to be powerful. I think having Rock Slide is going to be powerful. So, yeah. But anyway, but Christmas and birthday. So I got the GameCube for Christmas with a bunch of games that I wanted. There wasn't a whole lot available. But on my birthday, 8 days later, I had a GameCube-shaped present. And I was thinking, and in that moment, I was being like, this is going to be Luigi's Mansion. It's the only game I didn't get. If my mum was, like, in a game store being like, oh, which of these games should I get? Like, the one with Luigi on the front is going to be the one she gets. So I kind of got all it. And I played Luigi's Mansion at, like, my friend William's house. And I thought it was cool, but I didn't want it more than the games I did get, right? But, like, so I didn't want it more than the games I did get or that we were able to get. But I kind of was interested in it. And if I was gifted it, it would have been a perfect gift, right? So I was like, it's going to be Luigi's Mansion. There's going to, like, oh my gosh, like, this is going to be Luigi's Mansion. So I opened the box, and I opened the present, and it was Mario Party 4. And I'd never played Mario Party. And I was like, oh, thank you. Yeah, oh, this is great, kind of thing. You kind of quickly, I don't know how convinced my mum. I don't know if my mum kind of saw I was like disappointed or anything, but I was kind of a bit like, oh, what? So then me and my brother were like, okay, I guess we'll like play this Mario Party then. I had wanted the original on N64 originally, but I got Smash Bros instead, and then I kind of forgot about Mario Party. But so I got Mario Party 4, and me and my brother were like, I guess we'll play this together. And then we played it, and like we absolutely loved it. Like it was so much fun. And when we like beat the first board, we were like, let's do another kind of thing. Or we may have like got some food or something, but it's like, but then let's do another. And so we did like a second board together, and we like had so much fun. And so if you get like a good Mario Party and you get to play with friends, and over the years, like I would play Mario Party 4 with my cousins. Like Mario Party 4 carried me for like 15 years or something like that, it's like the only one I had. And then I did get the second one on the Wii Virtual Console, so I did play that with my cousins as well. But so if you do get a good one, so I mean my recommendations, if you do get one, I would get either Jamboree or Superstars. Like Superstars you might be able to get cheaper than Jamboree, and it still kind of like gets the job done. But Jamboree is probably like a better Superstars, but Superstars is excellent. I wouldn't get the Super Mario Party, just because I've heard more mixed things about that. I've heard some people say it is actually pretty good. Like I heard people say it was good, and then like people sort of said it was good, and then they said it was bad. But then I think there are some people who are like, no, it's actually not that bad. It is pretty good. But like, I don't know. Why does poor Gloria, the bear tick, keep getting like whittled down to like red health? It's very unfair. But yeah, if you can like play with people online, like on Discord or whatever, I imagine it's fun as well. But if you can play together, like on the couch, like or like with your family or something, Mario Party is just so much fun. I have so many good like fond memories of Mario Party 4 with like my brother, my cousins, my friend William. It's just really good, and I hope someday to do streams with some other people. I would love to do actually, if Beartick is using Beartick using Max Knuckle is perfect. That's actually like the best thing. I know like but wouldn't like a Rhydon Max Rockfall like be more powerful? But the thing is, Body Press is kind of useless, but this is taking like something kind of useless and turning it in like this is taking some pretty useless lemons and turning it into some pretty tasty lemonade. So this is going to be awesome. Mario Party 8 is the GOAT. People hate on it too much because of motion controls, because they haven't mastered it. I played Mario Party 8 with my cousins, and here's the thing. It didn't work very well, but I almost think that was like to do with like, I don't know, like a lot of signal interference with like 3 different people playing at once or something like that. Because it sort of wasn't working well, but I feel like it wasn't to do with like just the games or something, because I was quite good with motion controls on the Wii, so I didn't really get why it wasn't working well. But I don't know. But But yeah, but that's the thing. So Mario Party 8 is like a fun one if you have a Wii. Again, I didn't have it, but it seemed pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna rock slide. So yeah, everyone just keep doing what you're doing. Like Smackdown, Dazzling Gleam, Max Knuckle, more like a Max Shuckle. Oh, here's Max Phantasm. It's going for Rhydon for no reason. For no reason. But yeah, this is a certified. Oh dear, Arceus no. Dang. I know Jamboree is still fairly new, so I wonder if they'll add more characters in the coming months as DLC. I thought they were going to do that for Superstars, but then they never did. I thought Superstars was going to be like the perfect game to get DLC, like more boards and characters, but then they never did that. They just released a whole new one 3 years later, so I don't think they'll do that. Because they didn't do it with Superstars, I don't think they'll do it with Jamboree, but maybe because Jamboree is like a little bit more like new. Like it is like Superstars really was like here's a best of the past, whereas I think Jamboree like has more new stuff, like new stuff. So maybe that is the one that they'll put some love and attention to. But if we are getting Switch 2, maybe they might just do like a Mario Party for Switch 2. Mario Party used to be a game where they would release like a new one every year or two or something. I don't know why they did that. I think you only really need one every console, maybe two. And it's kind of why the series kind of died for a while, because they churned out too many of them. It's a bit like sort of like Assassin's Creed and stuff like that, where it's like you don't have to do one every year, just have like one every console. But yeah, I hope 2 old boards and 5 new boards is the new standard for Mario Party, because it works well. That sounds really good, Gage. Yeah, I like that. I would expect a Jamboree Deluxe with more characters. That could be. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, I suppose. If the Switch 2 has backwards compatibility, which I believe they have confirmed it is going to, like that has actually been officially confirmed, then maybe they could just add DLC to Jamboree and be like, okay, this is going to kind of be the thing. Here is like the deluxe DLC package, and this is what kind of turns it into a Switch 2 game or something like that. But at the same time, it wouldn't surprise, because Mario Party has had that thing where, oh, stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars, we beat a dragon. But because it does have that thing where they kind of have just made a new one every few years, like I think Superstars had the legs to. I don't think we really needed Jamboree. We could have just kept going with Superstars, and that could have just been the new Mario Party, or they could have added DLC to it. So it wouldn't surprise me if they did just make a new one for Switch 2, but we'll have to see. Right, so Claydol is a no. Jellicent is a no. Dang, I needed shiny Jellicent. Dreadnought is not shiny. So I did need Claydol, but no. I did need Jellicent, but no. I don't need Dreadnought, and that's a no. But will we get a Tango Berry Blast Cure for Christmas? The answer is no. Ah, dang it. Okay, but no Sparkles, no Sparkles, no Sparkles, and no Sparkles. I'm going to get the Jellicent just because, I don't know, how often do you get Jellicent? How often do you get female Jellicent? That is the question. So no shiny. Gage is going to leave. Gage, enjoy your Mario partying. May the stars and coins be ever in your favor. May the lack of jank may the jank luck forever not be in your favor or something. I don't know. Oh, Chris Bonk Kringle, Happy New Year. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. Are you interested in doing a Moltres? We're about to do Moltres. I'm about to figure out who's on it. Can you guys do, because I do need to go to the loo again, because I've been drinking like a bajillion gallons of water. Just because of all the smoke and the ash and stuff like that. It's probably good to drink water, right? Could you guys do... Oh, Shibertooth. Shibertooth! Would you like to do Moltres? I know the answer to that is yes, but like, are you around to do a Moltres is the better question. Could you guys strike the number of times you've played and let me know whether you can do Moltres, and then we'll figure out the final wild card. We're going to do 2 more Moltres and a wild card. I'll be back in a sec, okay? I am back. Oh, hang on, I did the wrong thing. There we go. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, Chris. So Chris, are you good to do? You're down for Moltres. Okay, excellent. I'll talk about the fires in a second to answer your question. I am doing okay. But yeah, how's the turnout for the raids been? It's kind of been like dying, basically for like a few months. Things kind of have been dying down and stuff like that. But it does mean that the people who do come here get to have more chances and opportunities. So that's something at least. Like if everyone came and only played once, like I know it would be a bit disappointing to like watch a stream for like 2 hours or something and only play once. But okay, okay. Oh, I might have some paperwork I need to do in a sec. Okay, so let's see. But let's see what everyone can do. Yeah, Kieran, Xander, and Gagel just played. Oh, thank you for adding Chris to the spreadsheet whilst I was gone. So Shibertooth, Chris. Let's see who else is around. It does kind of look like it's only on Lara. Yeah. Hang on a sec. Someone else volunteer, save on Lara. Well, how about Xander? Would you be interested in a Moltres? It wouldn't mean you get to do the wild card, but I often throw you in on wild card, and it sort of. Would that be okay? I know. I think this means you've played like 3 times in a row or something. Your poor Switch is like, leave me alone. But we could do. I'm basically just kind of like making like a preliminary final wildcard team. But it could be subject to change if anyone comes in, because again, look how Chris just entered. Okay, so that sounds good for now. Okay, so we've got Shibertooth. This is going to be Shibertooth, Chris, and Xander. Okay, for the Flaming Moltres. So here we go. Oh, please make sure you are connected on the Wycom, just because it's been a while and stuff like that. Okay. And then if you're asked about any preference, you're going to say anything's fine, but I'm going to select Moltres. And then we're going to save our game 50 bajillion times. And then we're going to do the Flaming Moltres. Let's go 01111000. How about that? It's a reverse thing or something. 011, so 0111 and then 1000. How about that? Okay. So, no, that's the thing. On Lara, like, on Lara, I mean, I know you sort of talk about each game and stuff like that, but, like, if you have a shiny in any game, even if you don't have my same philosophy on, like, I don't mind trading things from Pokemon Go into my games and stuff like that, if you have shinies in other games, that is perfect reason enough to be able to say, I already have that thing. Like, do you know what I mean? So, like, so basically, you are allowed to say, like, you know, Strike, Kyurem, and, well, actually, no, you have Kyurem, but you're allowed to say Strike plus Blacephalon, because you have a Moltres otherwise. So, it's kind of just, I mean, obviously, I'm not saying, if someone wants, like, the extra Moltres, like, I only got one in Let's Go, but I really want one in Sword, then please say it. But you're allowed to, like, disqualify yourself based on having a shiny in another game, and you're allowed to include yourself. Basically, like, having a shiny in a different game is like aces. They go low and high kind of thing. You can use it to back out of a raid if you don't want to. You can use it. Now, if you're saying, I caught a shiny Moltres in, like, Gen 2, I know you can't get Moltres in Gen 2, but just go with me here. Or I got a shiny Moltres in, like, Gen 2 back in the, you know, or, like, in Gen 3. We'll say Gen 3. I got shiny Moltres in Gen 3 back in the day. It's like, well, did you trade it up to your modern games? And if the answer is no, then, like, you know, but, like, so you don't, that doesn't, like, count either kind of thing. But, you know. You know what I'm saying. So, okay, electric, good, water, great, rock, brilliant. You guys know this. And then we'll get into it. But then anyway, That's why you say you prefer the clown. Yeah, but you can just say the clown. You can just say the clown. And basically on Lara, if I'm ever having issue filling a Moltres, you could always say, I can do this if you want me to. And if you remind me of this conversation, I can always be like, okay, but I won't add it to your tally. Okay, so all that stuff I said, yeah, electric, water, rock, so Raichu's good. Just bear in mind, if we get 2 electric types, Raichu does have Lightning Rod, so I wouldn't pick Clang for that reason. I would just rather pick, like, Doublade or Frostlass because they're sort of more generically useful, and they could help get us water and rock and electric types. Oh, Gastrodon's a water with a rock move, but the rock move is just as powerful as the water once you factor in stab and super effectiveness, but it's less accurate, so Waterfall's actually better. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, okay, so, there is a Pelipper at the end. There is a Pelipper, so maybe we might want to aim for the Pelipper. Let's just see. Yeah, let's aim for the Pelipper. As long as we don't pick the Mimikyu, that's fine. I think, looking at our team, I've picked Hawlucha because I think Trevenant is more of an issue for, like, it would be a massive problem for Crawdon and Gastrodon, but forgive me if there's something about Hawlucha that's equally as awful. That might have just been, like, a tough choice. But yeah. Okay, anyway, Buck. Okay, so the fires, yeah. So with the fires, so I'll just do a quick summary of the fires, because I kind of have touched upon them a bit, but I just kind of keep getting distracted and being like, the Flaming Moltres! So basically, on, like, Tuesday, we had, like, a really windy day, right? Like, it was really dangerously windy outside. And then basically that's kind of what led to a lot of the fires and stuff like that, and then and why there were, like, fires in the evening, and then we had to keep an eye on, like, fire. I can't remember if it was, like, maybe it was, like, Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday was the first day where it was, like, there are fires, and there is a possibility you could be put on, like, an evacuation warning. And I think what it was, like, on Wednesday, there was a fire called the Sunset Fire, which was south of me, but that was, like, the closest one to me. And that was, like, a bit touch and go, but then basically they started to get that under control, and I think basically now they've either got it under control or it has been put out completely. But basically by the end of Wednesday, it was obvious that the Sunset one wasn't going to be a threat. But then on Thursday, a new one called the Kenneth Fire came up, and I can't remember if that's still going or if that's dying down at all or anything, but I think that's, like, less of an issue now or something. And then down to do Moltres because of, the Relic... Yeah, because we would definitely go for a Relicanth on a Moltres. But then there's one called, like, the Kenneth Fire on Thursday. But again, by the end of Thursday, that kind of looked like it was okay. I think Thursday was the day we received, like, a false evacuation notice. And, like, one of those, like, loud bleeps on your phone. But I kind of suspected that something was iffy with that, because I was like, I don't think that's right, because there's nothing on these fire maps. There's nothing on the fire maps to suggest, like, why we suddenly are on, like, an evacuation warning. Like, unless there's, like, some new fire that's, like, right next to me or something like that just hasn't been updated yet, there's no reason for this. Like, nothing has, like, changed. But, like, yeah. But basically by the end of Thursday, the Kenneth Fire looked okay. I think that's been dying down or more under containment or whatever. I don't think we want to switch a Hawlucha. I can't remember if anything is, like, up ahead is good, where, like, maybe it'd be better to have than Doublade. But we're going to do Pelipper, aren't we? No, Hawlucha wouldn't be better for Pelipper, would it? So I don't know what's, like, on the next row. I don't know if Hawlucha would be better for what's on, like, the next row. But if we do Unpheasant, more like unpleasant. But we have to do Unpheasant here. Hawlucha would have been bad for Unpheasant. Doublade is good for Unpheasant, so this is pretty good. Now, Xander, if you were feeling spicy, you could do a switch if you like, because hang on. Yeah, you could do a switch here if you like, just because, I don't know, Doublade isn't really either anything against Unpheasant or Pelipper. So if you wanted to, you could try it. We could see what we get here. Dunsparce. Okay, that's interesting. It does have Ice Beam for Unpheasant, so that's okay. But yeah. Okay. So that's all that. And then basically on Friday, there were, like, no new fires, and I think the Sunset one had kind of been, like, eradicated by then, or just, like, super duper mega downgraded by then. And the Kenneth one seems to be okay, and then, like, just like, there's, like, nothing really new. But we do still have to keep an eye on, like, the Palisades fires are, like, super west of me, but they are kind of close to, like, areas of town that, like, I've been to, or that I would consider close. Or at least, like, their evacuation zones and stuff like that are kind of close. But then basically, you know, I do need to keep an eye on the Palisades fires just to see how bad they get. And then same with this, the ones called, like, the Eaton fires, which are to the east, so, like, Eaton, Eastern kind of thing. But there's this Palisades to the west, and then Eaton to the east, and I do need to just... So basically, they're kind of like... They might kind of be encroaching on areas that kind of encroach on me, but we'll have to see. But, like, I can't see any fire in the distance or anything the way that some of my friends can. Oh, for the love of no! Why did it miss? Why did it miss? There's 2 feet in front of you. Why did it miss? Dang. One thing I will say is Gastrodon could... Oh! Gastrodon could totally use Waterfall in the next turn, because it's just as powerful as... It's just as powerful as Rock Tomb, once you do all the maths, but it is more accurate. Doing one for the speed drop is definitely helpful. But then we got the Cheese Freeze! I think Gastrodon's going to be alright, because it is pretty bulky, it is pretty bulky, and Unpheasant isn't particularly powerful, and we did just KO it, so... okay, well done. So we will catch this. I don't know whether we want to keep it, though, because we're doing, what's the Pokemon that's next? We're doing a Moltres raid, so was it like a... Oh, it was Pelipper, wasn't it? Pelipper. So Pelipper... Yeah, Unpheasant... We could do... I don't know whether Unpheasant would be better than Dunsparce. With Dunsparce, you could get a cheap freeze on that as well. Or like a special defense drop or something. So, I don't think we really need to switch here. I don't think it's really that important or imperative. Again, it would only be if we wanted to do like a temp switch for it, and I don't think we want to do that. Is there any word about the fires spread to bordering states? So, basically, they're kind of like either kind of... They're sort of central enough to California that... They're sort of central enough to California that it's not really at any risk of, like, harming, like, Mexico or any of the, like, bordering states or anything like that kind of thing. So, I think it's going to basically just be in... No, I think there are some in, like, Arizona. Like, I did kind of really zoom out the map just to see where some fires are. And I think there are, like, in a couple of neighboring states. But it's not, like, connected or anything. So, but I think basically, because it's more kind of, like, on, like, the, sort of, like, west central California or whatever. Kind of, it's very, like, in the middle of California if you look at where these fires are. At least, like, the ones that are near me. I don't know if there might be other ones more north. But, yeah. But I think, so hopefully no other states are in jeopardy. But obviously, like, you know, a lot of other states are going to get, like, ash and poor air quality and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys remember, I was talking about this the other day. A bunch of years ago now, probably somewhere between, like, 8 to 10 years ago, if I had to estimate. And maybe some of you remember this. There was a volcano in Iceland that erupted. And it, like, so there's this super dormant volcano in Iceland. It erupted, and it was a massive eruption, right? It was, you know, very dangerous. And so, oh no, Raichu, no. Sabertooth, no. Dang, that was brutal. So anyway, okay, there's the lash out. There's the rock tomb. But yeah, so there was this volcano eruption in Iceland, and it was and basically like a lot of Europe like had a like bad air quality because all the ash and stuff from this massive volcanic eruption like spread all across Europe. And I remember a day in England. There was like a day in England where basically my mum's car, I think it was like my mum's car, because she didn't sort of drive a whole lot and stuff, so, you know, she wasn't like taking it in and out or whatever, but it's kind of just been sitting there, and it had like accumulated like all this like dust and ash, you know, from like, you know, hundreds, maybe even like 1,000 or 2,000 miles away, you know. So, but because this volcano was just like so massive, it's like it all blows, like it blows around everywhere, even to like other countries. And so, you know, it's still one of the it's one of the reasons why, you know, we have to not be silly about like other countries and stuff like that, and talk about like a load of other countries as if they're like all our enemies and stuff like that or whatever. It's why like isolationism is stupid, because yeah, these fires in California could be having like, you know, ash and... Oh, so if we do Dunsparce for Pelipper here. Dunsparce for Pelipper. Dunsparce for Pelipper. Oh, no. No. Oh, no. That, like, the one Pokemon we were aiming for. Oh, no. Xander, sometimes if you hit it at the very super last second, it, like, doesn't register. I think you always have to register it with like at least 2 seconds on the clock, because I've had that happen as well, Xander, where I like press the button and then it doesn't do it. But yeah, that's so funny though. We spent that whole Dynamax, like that whole Dynamax was designed around like Pelipper, and then we've ended up not having it. But it's okay. Gastrodon can set up the rain here. Dunsparce could use Shadow Ball. I think if Dunsparce uses Shadow Ball and we could try and get some special defense drops, that could be good. And that will help out Raichu and Crawdor. So we'll be fine here. We'll be fine. Okay. So, but yeah, but you know, but like these fires, like again, they are going to have an impact like all over California. They're probably going to lower the air quality in like other states and in Mexico. And I think like there were the big Canadian fires. Like, was that last year or was that 2023? But they're the big Canadian fires. But like a lot of ash and crud from those fires, like spread over to like New York. So we've all got to like we all share this planet together. We've all got to be in this together. You know, I'm so grateful that like Mexico, like both Mexico and Canada have been sending like fire support for California, which is really brilliant. But it's also like in their own self-interest as well. I mean, less so for Canada, but yeah, but it's why we all just have to help each other out, and we all kind of have to get along. You know, it's important. So well done, everyone. The Flaming Moltres, or as Kevin would say, the Flaming Moltres. Okay. So everyone just keep going. I think we're going to two-turn this. It should be good. We've got the rain set up now, so we're going to be doing even more damage this turn. Yeah, I think this should be quite easy win. Like, we've got the rain set up, so like Heat Wave is going to be a neat wave. Yeah. So a bit laggy there on the Moltres and the Trainer, but then not laggy now. But yeah, just need Dunsparce. So yeah, just like a Shadow Ball from Dunsparce will do. Okay, Max Airstream. This hopefully won't do too much. Oh yeah, you're doing it on a Poke. Okay, that did loads of damage for a not very effective move. Was that crit? Nope. Wow. Okay. Rising Voltage. Nice. And then we should get some nice water moves in here. Okay, it is getting desperate. Yes, fine. Okay, it's using Heat Wave more like a Neat Wave. Hang in there, Raichu. Wow, that Max Airstream did way more than the Heat Wave. Right, there's the Muddy Water. Can we get an accuracy drop? Yes, we do. Okay, and then here's the Max Geyser. And Kadoosh. There we go. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. Get those emojis in, because we just beat the Flaming Moltres. We did it. Good luck, everyone, getting your pink chickens, and let's see how this goes. So, I'm hoping today that I get to play Okami, because I keep getting to the evening, and I play a bit of Pikmin, and I maybe play it a bit longer than I anticipated, but I play some Pikmin, and then I stop playing my game, but then it's like after like it'll be like 10 or 11 p.m. or something. It's like, well, I don't really want to like start playing another game now. I'd rather just like play a little bit more Pikmin rather than like start up a different game. And yeah, so let's do a double patented shiny check. Hawlucha is a no, but I do have it. Now, Unpheasant I don't have, so this would be rather pleasant, but no. And then I do have Palapa, but will we get another one, maybe? No. But then, will we get the Flaming Moltres? No. Dang. Okay. So, Hawlucha's a no, Unpheasant is a no, Palapa is a no, and Moltres is a no. I'm gonna get Unpheasant. I've probably picked one before, but oh well. Okay. So, guys, gals, non-binary pals, we're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more. Now, is there anyone who has? Hang on, what's that? Is there anyone who has not yet played today? I don't think anyone new has come in since last time. But is there anyone who's like a Strike Zero or anything like that? We'll keep the Moltres, yes. And then, because basically, here's what I've got, okay? I've got, for Team 8, our final team, I've got on Lara, Kieran, and Chris. But that's it. But that's only if there's like no one new here. If everyone who has been here for the past 20 minutes are still the people here now, and if all three of you are still here and good to do a wild card, then we can totally go for that. But I just want to check, just in case if there is someone who's come along and who's not played today, then I'll obviously give them a turn instead. But if everyone's all the same, and if everyone's all, you know, that, then I think we should be good for this final turn. So yeah, Onlera has Mesprit and Tapu Bulu. Kieran does have the Celesteela and Nihilego. And then Chris, do you have any tickets that are of interest? Or are you interested in any of those tickets, like Mesprit, Tapu Bulu, Celesteela, Nihilego? Let me know, Chris, okay? I would be interested in... I think Kieran said can't do Mesprit, right? So, but I would be interested in, say, like, either Tapu Bulu or Nihilego. That'd be kind of fun. But it depends on what Chris has. And if Chris is good to do another round, basically. Yeah. So, let me know. Oh, I'm going to do just one thing. I'll be back in 1 sec, okay? Hang on, I'll BRB. I'm back. Okay, so here we go. Chris, you're interested in Sword exclusives. I don't think any of these things are Sword exclusive. But you have the Tornadoes, Groudon, and Solga. Oh, hang on, you have the Tornado... Oh, hang on. So are you saying you have... so you have Tornadus, Groudon, and Solgaleo. Oh, yeah, sorry, they're all things I have. When I get to Phase 2, I'll be interested in Groudon. But yeah, but I have, in the past few months, I have gotten both Tornadus and Solgaleo, so... So Groudon is like a Phase 2 Pokemon, but whilst we're still in Phase 1... okay, so the question is, Nihilego or Tapu Bulu? On Lara, do you feel there have been times where you've been enthused by Nihilego? Did you get one though? I can't remember. But doesn't, because generally I think you've been like, ooh, Nihilego. And it gives Kieran an extra chance to host. Like, Kieran doesn't get to host a whole lot, so, but yeah, okay, so should we do a Kieran hosted Nihilego? Are you good with that, Kieran? Does that make sense? Does that sound good? Okay, I think that sounds good. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure we're connected on the Ycom. We're gonna talk to the lady. We're gonna say anything goes. And then we're gonna save the game. And then we'll wait for a code from Kieran, I guess. Code name Kieran next door. So I just I have some like my like dinner is I'm gonna be cooking it in the microwave, and but I like the food to kind of like come up to temperature a little bit, so I'm not like cooking it like directly from cold, and so sometimes it is nice if you can just take it out the fridge for like 10, 15, 20 minutes or something, and then that's like really nice. So I was like, oh, I'll do that because I'll be ready, and then it'll be perfect by the time we do this wild card. So it's Rainbow time. But okay, I know the Ultra Beasts are fun, so I look forward to doing more of them. There are going to be a lot of them. Basically, my plan, for those who don't remember, as like part of Phase 1, is we're going to be doing... we have like one tough Pokemon, one easy Pokemon, and one Ultra Beast Pokemon. Is kind of generally how I'm going to try and do it. So, hang on. So, we've got 2055, so 2055, and then 0456. And then that should be good. Hopefully I've just typed that correctly. I'm in. So Rainbow and Bow, Team Rainbow. And then on Lara, it's the Ron Labo. I don't know. And then we just need Chris. And then we should be good, basically. And then that'll do for today, basically, once we do this. But yeah, no, so... but the thing is, a couple of the Ultra Beasts are probably going to double up as, like, easy Pokemon in time. Like, once we get through the other easy Pokemon, that's when, like, we'll kind of just, you know... but that's the thing, there might be a couple of... the easies that kind of, I don't know. I'll try and like think of some easier Ultra Beasts or whatever, and then we'll see how it goes. So, Chris, let me know if you're having any connection issues or anything like that. And make sure you're watching the stream live as well. It's 1:25 p.m. Los Angeles time. So hopefully it's like, whatever. Are you like a 9:25? Oh, 26. Just turned to 26. So double check you're watching live, and let me know if you're having issues. And if Chris isn't able to do it, then we'll just get like a wild Sabertooth or Xander to come in. I don't mind opening up this lobby a second time, but I won't do it a third time. Okay, so just a heads up. And I will do. Wow, you know, we could do the same code again. Oh, Chris has to go. Okay, can anyone jump in? Like Xander or Sabertooth or something. I'm so sorry, Chris. I hope you're okay. Please stay safe. I hope you're all right. But that's okay. No worries at all. We could always like start up the lobby again if like Xander doesn't have time. But because I don't know if like Sabertooth is still here and if Sabertooth can even do a Nihilego. I know Xander could, so that's why I'm like, Xander, jump in. Basically, if someone can't jump in, like, let us know. If we get down to, like, 20 seconds. If we haven't heard from someone in chat being like, I'm joining now, when there's, like, 20 seconds left, I'm going to quit. And then, although actually Kieran needs to make sure, just Kieran, make sure you quit, okay? And then there's, like, 20 seconds. Although Kieran's on a 10-second delay. But, okay. So, right, we've got to 20 seconds. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm going to quit. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Chris can't do that. So if Sabertooth is around, then maybe Sabertooth could join in. And if Shay can't, then let's just get Xander, if that makes sense. But yeah, let's talk to the lady. Let's say anything goes. And then... anything is fine, sorry. And then here we go. If you do the same code, please do type it in again. I think I remember it. I think it was like... or something like that, or 3... Okay. So 20550456. Yeah, 20550456. That's the code. Ready, set, bow. And here we go. Okay. So, yeah, if Xander wants to join in, then Xander can just join in. It's fine. It's fine. So here we go. But yeah, I'm sorry. I hope Chris is okay. I hope Chris is okay. Hopefully it was, like, nothing dramatic. But yeah, and if we get to the end of this, we're still going to do this, okay? Even if it's just the 3 of us. So no backing out, only jumping in, okay? Anyone, Beulah, if someone is listening and they want to join in, please join in. Like, now is your chance. This is not the time for politeness. I legit have like an email with some paperwork in, and I was kind of thinking, so now I'm checking a message from my brother. This wasn't even the thing I was supposed to be checking, but doop-a-doop-a-doop. Okay. We are running out of time. Dang. I guess something's happened with Xander, because Xander wouldn't have... because, like, Xander hasn't even been in chat for a while, so... okay, I guess we're doing this with 3. So, keep in mind, Nihilego is super-duper weak to ground moves, also water moves. Sorry that we're not going to be getting the shiny for Relicanth today on Lara. Oh no! Oh no! Xander, like, oh no! Xander, you missed it by like a couple of seconds. Because we could have done another lobby. We could have done I would have done a 3rd lobby if that message had come in like 10 seconds before. Okay, we'll have to keep in mind that the computer might suck. So what is it? Steel? Hang on. Steel, Psychic, Water. Is there another thing, or is that just those? In addition to, like, the ground. Like, ground is the best. But then, like, ground is the best, but then water, steel, psychic. I think those are the only other 3. Oh, Skarmory. Skarmory's pretty nifty. So we'll have to just keep in mind that, like, a switch could happen at any time, sort of thing. So I actually think Skarmory is a bit better than Raichu here. But it just depends on if... but there is, like... but I think there might be better options if we go... if we do, like, Raichu and Vaporeon, that's better. And then a Scavalier's pretty good. So, yeah, if we do, like, Raichu, Vaporeon, a Scavalier... if Freya switches for, like, even one of them... that's actually pretty good. So, yeah, just Water, Ground, Steel, Psychic. So, yeah. Okay. So I think this is good, though, because if Freya does any switches, they'll all be good or decent or okay, and then we can look into whether we want to switch to them as well, and then, yeah. So, oh yeah, and specifically, this is a Alolan Raichu, so it is Psychic, so it is good. We definitely want Swampert, and I think we definitely want Relicanth. Tyrantrum, I do want to get rid of, and I do hope she gets rid of Scolipede. So that's my theory, my game theory. So yeah, let's do this, and then this should work, shouldn't it? Xander, wasn't it at the beginning of today's stream you had the brief internet outage, or was that yesterday? But that's so funny because it's kind of like, oh no, like we've come back full circle. The prophecy has been fulfilled. Oh, I'm sorry, Xander. Like, because we were kind of like, Xander. Oh, I guess something happened. But like, oh, dang. But if we'd have known you were going to be back like 10 seconds later, we would have done another lobby. Oh, well. So. Okay. So she poisoned it. That's not terrible. I mean, I would have preferred, like, I think it does have throat chop, so I would have preferred that. But, hang on, so we said Raichu, it's Raichu, Vaporeon, and then, I can't remember the third thing. But basically, I am going to switch here just because Raichu is good against Vaporeon. Like, it's better for Vaporeon than, it's better for Vaporeon than Tyrantrum is. So I will put in a switch here. But then for Vaporeon, we could see if she goes for that or something. Oh, she had Mega Horn! Oh, why didn't she just do that? Okay. Right. So, yeah, we want to catch everything. You want to catch everything. It's just you don't have to keep them, but always catch them. So, yeah. I feel like the NPCs don't make a selection until you do. I think that's why sometimes I've been like, no, an NPC's made a selection before me, but it's because someone else has... I think maybe it's because someone else has said no. I think, like, you need at least someone to be like, I'm gonna switch, right? Like, I'm gonna put my switch, and then we'll see if she puts in a switch. I wish I knew when the computer switched, because I feel like it's not consistent, but... okay, she did go for it, but I went for it, so... It's based on the host picking. Oh! Okay, that's interesting. Okay, if we do Vaporeon... Oh, and then a Scavalier. A Scavalier was the other one, wasn't it? Okay, so I think if we did a... Okay, so... I would love if she went for Vaporeon, and then... But if she went for a Scavalier, that would be okay. But yeah, we don't want to... Oh, okay, well that's a... I always forget about the scientists. Okay, Blossom, she needs to switch, but that is useful for Vaporeon, so I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. I'll take it. Right, Vaporeon. Sorry, I actually had a message from my brother, and I kind of got absorbed in it, because we were talking before I went on the stream. He pointed out an interesting thing. He was, like, looking up movies on IMDb, and he looked up... on IMDb, they have a top 100 and a top 250, like, highest-rated films ever. And it's a really interesting list, and particularly if you do like your films and you have watched a lot of films. And we were kind of just discussing it because there are a lot of good films that like aren't there, but then there are some films that are kind of like in the list that kind of don't deserve to be. And it's not. Some of them are like, I don't really think that was even a good film anyway. But then others, oh okay, we're helping handing. Okay, that's interesting. That is pretty good though. I am super effective, so this should hopefully do a good amount of damage. I think Blossom still could have done more, but oh well. But it's just interesting. There are some movies which I don't think deserve to be there because they're just not actually that great. And then there are some where it's like, they're very good movies, but I wouldn't call them like a top 250 ever kind of thing. And then, but also as well, an interesting thing is like, there are a lot of like newer movies that like are included. So like if a good movie came out like after 2010, it's like the internet was quite a prevalent thing. There's like buzz about it and stuff like that, so you get people kind of like putting in a vote on it, but people don't go back and vote for things from like you know, the 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, even though there are a lot of really good movies from that era. Things that are like super duper mega old kind of like do have a lot of votes, just because like the things that have survived that long are kind of classic, and so, you know, the people who did go and vote for things in the old days also voted for those. And but it was just kind of like an interesting discussion, and he kind of like listed a bunch of films that I think he was like listing films that kind of like are good but aren't there, and things that are there but aren't really that great, and yeah. But it's just kind of interesting. Okay, Thunderbolt and Lightning, very, very frightening me. Okay, so there we go. Well done, everyone. So nicely done. Nice job. Very nice job. Okay. So, oh, chat, I know one thing I was going to do. Schedule. You know, I'd said, like, oh, I could have sworn I had changed the schedule. I could have sworn that, like, I had... So, yeah, we kind of want her to, like... We kind of want her to switch here. I don't think... Okay, she didn't switch. Dang. Zoe, hello, welcome, welcome. Okay, but if we do a Scavalier, it's like, if she picks a Scavalier, that's not a bad choice. If she sticks... We're kind of hoping she switches for a Scavalier. Because, like, Blossom's not good for Nihilego. So we kind of needed her to go for the Vaporeon or for the Escavalier. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But Zoe, hi, welcome, welcome. Oh, and... Oh, no, sorry. I was like, Rudy the... I was like, Rudai the... Oh, like, that's just Rudy the reindeer. Hi, Karen. Okay. So, Escavalier. I do need a shiny Escavalier. I would love a shiny Escavalier. I'm just saying. Okay. Oh, gosh. Also, here's what's really annoying as well. She is going to be... she's going to have the Dynamax on the first turn, which is really annoying. So we're going to have to wait a turn for, like, Relicanth or... What, yeah, like, Relicanth to get it. So, oh, well. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, so anyway, Nightbot. I did the... Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, wait, hang on. Nightbot... Oh, yeah, Nightbot did the schedule, yeah. So, I've changed the schedule. So, I was like, I could have sworn I changed the Nightbot schedule thing. But, like, there was it posted it wrong. But what happened is, Nightbot has two different types of messages. So, like, the schedule that I posted, that posts every 59 minutes. Well, that posts basically every hour, I should say. It's just every hour. It posts, like, every hour, right? But it posts every hour, but, like, there's that version of the post, the one that posts every hour, and then there's the version of the post where if I do ! schedule, it shows up, and there goes Blossom. Sure would have been nice to have had a Vaporeon right about now. Unless our Dyna times out fighting a Scavalier. Possible. Certainly possible. Are we on turn 2 or turn 3? I actually can't remember. Maybe we're only on... If we're on turn 3, then yeah, we're not going to KO this, are we? If we're only on turn 2, then we're definitely going to 3-turn this. Like, if this is only the second turn, then we will KO this. But if this is turn 3, then... Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, this is only turn 2, isn't it? If this were turn 3... ooh, okay. We got defense down. That's pretty nice. And then there's the drill. I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if we didn't KO this, because I was going to say Swampert could be switching to Earth Power, because we don't need to have, like, a bajillion of them for Nihilego, as long as we have, like, 5. But yeah, okay. We'll have to hope we can beat it this turn, though. But yeah, she's back. Back again. Freya's back. Here's a friend. Okay, Here we go. So Max Lightning, very, very frightening. Moo. Kadosh, that's nice. And then Water Pledge, that's nice. Cat's going nuts outside, which is not nice. There's the Head Smash. Okay. So here we go. Right, there we go. So we beat it. So yeah, Freya will pass on a Dynamax, which is a shame. But then afterwards we'll be good. Here we go, guys, gals, non-binary pals. So we have to hope that Freya switches here. She's already cost us 1 life. Hopefully she doesn't now cost us another. But yeah, just cancel. We're good without it. Like, let's just all do that right away. And then we'll kind of take it from there. Oh, Freya! What do I have in my notes for Freya? What do I have in my notes for Freya? Right. Supplies. Air supply. Whoa, wait. Why did it say 1 second? Oh, I know why. Okay. No electric seed or anything like that. I'm just going to go with a shell bell. There we go. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let me just check the spreadsheet. I want to see if I've got anything for Freya. Her name is Freya. Freya. Oh, Freya, I've got actually pretty good. And a B tier. May need to update that. Yeah, Xander just put the same as well. Actually pretty good, it says. Like, about to change that. Okay. I'm going to Psychic. Now, Nihilego does have insanely good special defense, so unfortunately Swampert and Raichu aren't going to be able to do, like, a whole load, even though Swampert has times 4 super effective. But Relicanth will hopefully be good here. Oh, Helping Handing on Relicanth. Okay. See, actually pretty good. Right, Wonder Room. Oh, wait, hang on. Let's just change the defense stats. Oh! Okay, so now special defense is the weak thing. Oh, so now Relicanth is bad. So bad Freya. Bad Freya. Bad Freya. Okay, this is going to do tons. Yeah, okay, wow. Yeah, that's going to do a lot then. Right, it's getting desperate. It's going to use AI. Oh, okay, that did a lot as well. Okay, I'm very confused now. Oh, but it did get Helping Handed, so... Okay, everyone just keep doing what you're doing. I think my Psychic is probably going to get the KO here, right? Unless it uses Wonder Room a second time or something? I don't know. No, she's actually been all right. It's just she's pretty good at battling. It's just her switching is terrible. That's the thing. She's like a B tier for battles, but then a D tier for dumb switches. Okay. So, right, Wonder Room. More like a Blunder Room. Right, there's the Power Gem. Okay, I do quite like that, though. Actually pretty good. Not. I'll accept that. I'll accept that. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, we did it! We won! Well done, everyone. Very nice work. Fingers crossed for a golden Nihilego. A Nihilego. I don't know. But yeah. No, that's what I was thinking. Wonder Room is like a field effect, not a team effect or anything, so... Very odd indeed. Okay. So, guys and gals and non-binary pals, okay. So, Raichu is not shiny. Vaporeon is not shiny. But will we get shiny Escavalier? Like, I need shiny Escavalier. Oh, it's not shiny. But I also need Nihilego. So will we get the golden Nihilego? You can't spell Nihilego without gol and no D. Dang. Okay. So unfortunately that is it. That is all. But I did get Cherim, which is the cherry on top, I suppose. I'm going to go with Raichu, because, I don't know, why not? Or maybe actually, no, maybe I should go for a Scavalier, because it's a trade evolution. No, I'm going for the Raichu. We'll get a Scavalier in the future, I'm sure. Watch, I've probably already got a Raichu. Okay. So yeah, guys, gals, non-binary pals, that is it. As the schedule just said, I'll be back tomorrow at 12:30, so in the afternoon, PT Los Angeles time. So right now it's 1:48. So basically, if you come back like in 23 hours from now, like take away an hour, come back in a day minus an hour, you'll be good. And we'll then be good, basically. So that's the game saved. I think I will just double check my, hang on, 2 boxes. Let's just check, where's the Cherim? There we go, Cherim, woo, love it, you love to see it. So there we go. So yeah, I need to sort out my Pokemon home after this. I'll do that in a bit, though, or whatever, I don't know. But yeah. So there we go. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, that is all for today. Thank you so much for joining me this Saturday. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow at 12:30. Yeah, I will be reviewing the schedule and stuff this year. We'll see how, like, daylight savings goes and how busy I get with, like, work and the strike and everything. But yeah. And obviously if any fires and evacuations happen, I ain't gonna be streaming. Although the funny thing is, though, I have planned, when I was kind of like getting stuff ready to evacuate, I do have like my streaming. I am going to take my streaming stuff if I have to flee, because like it costs a lot of money and this is an important part of my life and it doesn't really take up that much space or anything in a bag. So it's like, you know, like because I'm going to be taking my laptop because I need like a way to communicate with the outside world. But like, you know, my capture card is like tiny and stuff like that. You know, I'm not going to take like the television with me, but you know, like capture card and stuff, I actually would take that with me. So, right. Anyway, guys and gals and non-binary pals, thank you again. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Lots of love and bye-bye. Like the video if you haven't as well. Bye-bye.